really have a ship that you guys could take at the moment, but he gave you a few quests to take care of. On one of those quests to clear the sewer because people were disappearing, um, you took out some invisible stalkers. Great work. You also found a vampire's lair, and that did not go quite as well as you guys hoped it was
No,
going
it
to
did
go.
not.
Um,
No.
That is an understatement.
something I have a question for you guys that you guys might hate for me asking, but who was holding the bag of holding? Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
she lived.
Oh,
Because you guys for sure lost the flail and
Yep.
the and the
cape.
the cape. I don't think you lost anything
I
else.
didn't have any magic items, so that was great.
So
That's the one good thing about dying.
um so now we'll come back to the party. You guys just finished a long rest. You're kind of coming down from, you guys are in town, coming down in the morning, sitting around having breakfast. Table seems pretty silent. Eridan's not saying a lot. What are you guys doing? So really, this is just Naseri and Faye at this point. Are you can talk about it, or you guys can just move on. It's up to you guys.
I am a soldier, so death is something I have seen before.
Can you see her?
I can't see Nazar or
Yeah.
Carly, so I'm like,
You guys, can you see her now?
now I
Say.
can.
Okay. Yes.
Carly, what do you think? Or Nasiri?
Yeah, I can hear you. I still can't. I'm gonna try reconnecting again.
Oh, maybe Faye, you try to reconnect too. Roll 20, everybody.
Connect.
Hello.
Somebody
Well-
different comes up.
Oh, not working.
Like now, I can't see Jonathan.
Oh my
There's a way.
goodness. Let me reconnect.
Okay.
We're playing the reconnection game, the reconnection game.
4 steps to reconnect, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Okay, I see all 5 pictures.
If you can see the picture, usually you can hear them.
Yes, I
Usually.
see sound bar
Okay.
at the bottom.
So, Naseri and Faye, you guys aren't really talking about it. So, what's next steps? What's the plan here?
Do we want to continue doing what we were doing?
We're seriously undermanned to continue this task.
Yeah.
You may need to go return to the person. Who was that?
It was the mayor.
The mayor, and apprise him of the happenings.
Maybe let him know what we found and see if he's got any adventurers guilds lying around that we can raid.
Yes,
Because
Eridan agrees.
Yes. He does. All right. So, you guys are heading out towards the city hall.
I think, yeah, let's head
Yeah.
for City Hall. I'm going
Okay.
to unplug for 1 second. I'm back.
So you guys walk out into the streets of Hayford. You may have noticed through the night, you may not have, but it was raining through the nights, and it's kind of a light sprinkle now, which makes the streets almost muddy. Like they're paved, but there's just a layer of junk on top that gets really, really soggy. So you kind of make your way down through these streets. There's people going around, carriages and horses, and vendors selling on the streets, selling food. And you come to Town Hall, which is this large 2-story marble building, and walk inside. As you would walk inside and kind of, you just immediately go where you know the mayor's office is, you would see 2 men talking to Cynthia, the mayor's assistant, and the conversation almost seems to be getting heated in a way. So, as you guys turn around the corner, they would see two characters. What do those two characters look like? Jake and Jonathan?
Jonathan, you can go first.
Okay. Well, my character is kind of average height, probably about 5'10", 5'11". Average height, blonde guy wearing some leather armor. He has a white hood, and he's visibly upset because he is trying to procure a ship to Chester and return home. And I'm sorry, my dog is barking like crazy because my wife just got home.
It's all good. And then the other guy you see is approximately about 7 feet tall, bald, wearing. I have some chainmail on. Slim kind of build. Holding a shield, and his warhammer is on his back currently.
What race are you?
Goliath.
Okay. I'm not sure that you guys would know what a Goliath is, but that's what he looks like. So you can kind of get the picture in your head. Yeah, so
what does he look like? Did we get a
tall and bald.
Yeah.
I mean hairless, I guess. Is what.
Yeah.
Do you have tattoos?
No.
No tattoos. Okay. Yeah, so you guys are having this conversation with Cynthia. She's like, okay, we're trying to figure that out. We're working on it, and she kind of would look over to Faye and Carly and Aridin as they walk in and be like, oh, perfect. Let me get the mayor. Just stay right here. And she's kind of visibly freaking out. And she'll kind of turn around and walk into the door behind her and close it. And you kind of hear some talking, and then out will come the mayor with her and say, "Oh, hello there, all." And he kind of looks around for the two missing. He's like, "Where's Samesh and the other one?" Or I guess he would probably know Ornstein too. Where's Ornstein?
Unfortunately, they are no longer with us.
Really? What happened?
Unfortunate tidings. We found a vampire foe in your sewers.
A vampire? And he kind of looks like unbelieving. Like, okay. In the sewers, you say. Where at in the sewers?
We could draw you a map, but it probably would not be advisable to send any small party down there.
Well, if there's a vampire, we'll probably not send a small party, for sure.
I'm certain he has fled by now.
Yeah. He managed to bite
Ornstein.
I was like, he bit one of them. He bit Ornstein and killed Samesh. We barely escaped.
Well, I'm glad you made it. And he kind of like reaches around and pulls out a small bag and hands it to you guys, and there's 50 gold in there for the job. He'd say, "Well, this was perfect timing," and he kind of looks to you two. What's your character names? Pronounce them for me, just so I know.
Mine is Thievius.
Thievius.
I'm gonna go ahead and update that.
And then Jake, how do you pronounce yours for sure?
Karan.
Okay, that's how I wanted to pronounce both of them, but I wanted to make sure. So Thievius and Karan, these are the group of adventurers that Cynthia probably told you about that are. We're getting a ship for them currently. We don't have it yet, but we should be sending them off soon. And he kind of looks to the group and says, "Unfortunately, I do not think that's going to happen today. There's not a lot of captains that are willing to go at this point. But we're going to get it for you. Hopefully by tomorrow. but you have that other job if you'd like to do it, or you can do whatever you'd like. If
How much
you'd
does
like-
it pay?
He kind of like looks at his book. This one, depending on the outcome, could change, but they're looking at around 100 gold. They're pretty desperate. It's you can go talk
That
to
I'm in.
Doran. He's a dwarf in charge of some of the warehouses. He's having some break-ins at night, and he would kind of like point to the map, which warehouse to find him at. Let me move you guys over to the map. Right. Yeah. So he'd point you over, kind of where those red X's are, and point you to an area. If you'd like to speak to him, or you, and he kind of like looks at both groups at this point and is like, if you guys would like to work together, that's fine. But we'll try to get that ship ready for you. And he kind of like shakes your guys' hands.
How long will the ship take?
I think we'll have it ready by tomorrow. Again, it's hard to find a crew that has heard the stories of ships going down and just being lost, and I don't know, the rumors. It's hard to get a ship to go, but we'll find you one. Don't worry. We need to see what's going on out there.
Right.
Any other questions you have for me?
Think it might be interesting to see what these two are capable of.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it then. And he kind of like bows his head and walks back into his office. So you guys have a quest, but what are you doing? Are you introducing yourselves? Are you talking?
I'll go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Thievius. It's nice to meet you all. I'm from Chester, just trying to get home.
Nice to meet you. I'm Faye. We've
I'm
been
Miss Baring.
And you, my friend, he looks straight up at you.
I was gonna say.
I'm Karan. I'm trying to get my passage over to Chester, and since we're all heading that way, I'll protect you guys over there.
Aridin, I assume, would introduce himself. Also, maybe not. Who knows? So, are you guys heading that way?
I think we should head to this shipyard.
Okay.
Be interesting to see what we find there after finding a vampire in the sewers. I'm wondering what's in the
What else is
shipyards.
going on? So you guys would walk out, head to it's again sprinkling a little bit. Head to that bridge that crosses the river. You would notice a pretty big difference once you get to the other side of the river. This side of town just feels sketchy. Like all the houses, this kind of the slums area, as is marked on the map, is just very run down. And the rest of the other side is like almost all warehouses. But it feels sketchy. There's some people out, but mostly you see carriages bringing stuff up and turning, going across the bridge, and you can kind of look down and see ships down in the docks area. But you keep moving forward. You come to this large warehouse, and he kind of explained where the office is. You guys knock on
Can
the door.
I
Yep, go ahead.
can I as we're walking up be looking at places that would be easy to break in? Kind of, is there like a perception check or something? Because
Are you looking at the warehouses? Is that what you mean?
yeah, like the warehouses, like see like any obvious signs of where it would be easy to break in.
A few of them have windows in really prime spots that you're like maybe like an office area or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The doors don't look super sturdy. You think that probably they don't have the money for personal guards. Like,
So security is very light.
it is, yeah. It would not be hard to steal from, really. I mean,
Okay.
anybody that's skilled at all could do pretty well.
And I would understand that. Okay.
Yes, yeah. You'd move forward, find this office door. You knock on the door. A door opens, and there's this grisly-looking dwarf in front of you. You kind of look down at him. He has this huge beard going down like below his waist. It is terribly miskept. It's like sticking up in all kinds of directions. He has long, gross-looking hair.
When No Shave November hit that guy hard.
Yeah, exactly. It's his long hair is pulled into a gross-looking ponytail. He's not very clean-looking. He's just, hello? What do you need?
We're here from the mayor's office.
He kind of like looks at you guys, like looks at your equipment, and he's like, "Oh, are you here about the break-ins?"
Could say that.
Well, good. Come on in. And he kind of like moves and lets you guys walk through the door into the office. It's a pretty gross office. There's lots of like leftover food, empty like drinks that you probably could smell the slight tinge of alcohol in here. Like, this guy might be drunk right now, for all you know. Like the way he's acting, maybe. He says, "Well, come on in."
And I'd like to keep that kind of investigation mode. I'm looking for ways someone could in future break it. Like I'm thinking of setting an ambush tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So
So in this office area, there is a window that is like sealed. Like he like put like paper and not cardboard, but something to the extent of like that window's been broken recently. Like someone's broken into this office. So he's like, well, and he kind of pull out a small map and show you these and the X's that we have on the map. These 3 warehouses have been hit so far the last couple nights. I'm not sure who's doing it. I'm honestly the only guard that we have in this area. I try to cover as much as I can, but I can't cover everything, as you'd understand. But my assumption, and he kind of point to this one, they'll probably hit this tonight. Would be my guess, at least. So what do you think?
What has been taken?
Some weapons, some random weapons that have been around, some paintings and some decorations and kind of random things. And honestly, they're not worth a lot of money either. So I'm not sure what they're doing exactly.
Any ideas of how they got in? Is it a break-in, or is stuff undisturbed as they come in?
Well, and he kind of points to this window. He broke this window one night. I was in one of the other warehouses, and another day he kicked in a door, and one day I think he even came through the roof, and you kind of could like step out of the office right into the warehouse, and you can like look up, and there's like sunlights.
Are you sure it's just one person?
Well, I maybe not. I have no idea. I mean, it's pretty hard to get past these eyes, and it kind of like points. So if it's a group, I'd be pretty surprised. But obviously, I don't know. They might be traveling in a group.
How long has this been your post?
Oh, kind of like starts counting on his fingers. Probably coming up on 20 years. So a while. I'm pretty trusted around here, and this is kind of ruining my reputation. That's these thieves. The people don't want to store their stuff in my warehouse if it's going to get stolen.
And
Understandably.
How often do you drink out of those bottles laying around here?
Well, I don't know if that's your business.
Insight check.
Okay, what are you trying to insight check?
Is he about to lie?
Yes. You don't even have to.
I was gonna say he's a drunkard.
He for sure drinks probably more than he should. But at the same time, you know that dwarves have they're very good. They can hold their alcohol. So he probably can drink quite a bit and still be pretty capable. But yeah, he for sure drinks. Not too much.
Well, I was just thinking, depending on if you happen to be asleep after having drunk maybe a little more than you should have, somebody could have come in pretty easily.
And he kind of thinks back the last couple nights. There was one night that I fell asleep. But the other 2 nights I did not fall asleep. And just so you know, I fell asleep because I was tired, not because of my drinking. So
I really want to waste an insight check on that, but I'm not going to.
I mean,
Literally, I'm sitting here and I caught myself doing what Faye would be doing.
it probably to him is the same thing. Like he's like, oh, I'm tired. Actually, I'm just drank way too much, but I feel tired, so I'm just gonna.
How trustworthy does this guy seem? Does this guy seem like someone who could be maybe on the take on some of this? Maybe he's
Roll an insight check.
yeah. My first roll with this character.
Maybe he's better than Samesh.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
It's been bad. It helped if I actually have his character sheet pulled up. Let's go.
Just a smidge.
Insight.
Okay.
He is better than Smash.
That's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the plan then?
We can stake out this area. Thievius,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
do you have any ideas of how a robber might get in here?
Can I do a quick scan now of this? And we're in the area he said was he expected to be hit next,
Yeah,
right?
we can take you to that.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, should I do a perception check to see if Faye notices that he's, like, scanning every building that we walk past?
Yeah, I mean, you could. So he'd take you to the warehouse. There's not a ton of places. You would find a couple windows, a couple different spots. Again, sunroofs. I mean, there's sunroofs in every one of these because they don't. I mean, they don't have enough torches to light these, so they have to have the sunroofs. So if it's a good enough thief, they can obviously get on the roof. The doors, there are 2 entrances to this warehouse. One to kind of a smaller office area, and one to the main warehouse. The main warehouse doors look stronger, but the other ones, they don't look as strong. And there's a couple other rooms with a couple other windows. So doesn't seem like there's lots of places that he could get in. There's not like an obvious one. So any kind of, I guess you're gonna stake this out then.
I'm thinking we must have to.
Okay. And he'll kind of pull out a key and hand it to you. I guess I'll take the night off then.
Why don't you watch the other warehouses? Because if people know you and we catch somebody, you might know who they are.
Oh, okay. And he kind of like, okay, I'll You can come get me when you're ready to unlock it, and he'll kind of lead you out.
Just stay sober enough that we can talk to you if we need to.
I'm always sober. And he kind of stumbles and he kind of trips as he's walking. And
Dwarves.
So you guys at this point would have the rest of the day, basically. It was just a lot because you guys, it's just morning, to do whatever you want. So if there's anything you guys want to do,
I would like to. First off, I'm going to check my spell list and see if I actually have anything useful for this situation before I say what I'd like to do. You guys go ahead.
anything you guys can think of? I mean, this town has resources. Anything that you'd possibly want, probably you can get.
I'm looking at my gear to see what might be interesting to look into.
Okay. I should get out my player's handbook so I know what the prices are.
I was gonna say,
for like basic equipment, I assume is kind of what you're.
I'm leaning. Well, I probably am not going to find an enchanted longbow. Or at least
look.
I could look, but I doubt I can buy one for the amount of gold I have.
How much gold do you have?
I haven't added in the 20. Well, 3 of us by 50. I'm at 398 before we get the last 50. So I'm
trying
going
to
with
think,
no.
What is a +1 weapon? What is its rarity? Does anybody know off the top of their head?
I don't know, but I am exceptionally poor for a 5th level.
Oh yeah, you
character.
could take it. Both of you can take 250. That's
250.
That'd be a little less, but than what they have. But
Mm-hmm.
Where's the magic item buying stuff? Buying magic items. Let me look up. Longbow +1. I assume that's what you would want. I mean, you have to find it too, which might be that magic items are a little harder.
Yeah.
But you could for sure look.
You guys okay if I look for that? See if I can hit things harder with a bow?
I'm fine.
Sure.
Thievius and Kron, I shoot things with a bow. It hurts things when I shoot them. A nicer bow. Okay, congrats. I've now caught up the new characters.
She's quite adept at the crossbow.
It doesn't say what it is in here.
Devious would like to tap both his hips and say, "I too have some skills." On one hip, he's got a hand crossbow, and on the other hip, he's got a rapier.
Interesting. Aridin would likely go, "We can see how good you are with that rapier later."
That is a
Thievius
great
would
Aridin
oblige.
impression.
And Thievius would well oblige.
Okay, so Faye, roll an investigation check for me. As you're looking through town, talking to people. Oh man, yeah. So you
I have a +0, so that was the only way
that was
gonna
nice.
happen.
Yeah, that's plenty. You talk to the right guards, talk to the right people. They send you to this magic shop. You walk in the doors. It's very warm and inviting. There's on one wall you have some like items and armor and such, and on the other wall there's like alchemy supplies, so a bunch of random things in jars, plants, some like you kind of look in some of the jars and you're like, I don't even know what that is. It's some kind of fleshy matter looking thing. You're like, no, okay.
No thanks.
You walk up to this elf, this tall, slender elf. His hair's pulled back. It's like gelled, and you can tell there's something in it at least. It looks wet all the time. He says, "Well, hello. Welcome to my magic shop. What can I do for you?"
Hello. I'm looking for an enchanted longbow of some variety.
And he kind of sets and thinks, kind of does this with his fingers. I think I do have one, and he kind of walks over to the wall and pulls it down. This is a And he would say, a magic longbow. So it's a +1 longbow. And you would look at it. It looks really nice, like finely crafted. Really high quality. So
How do we know it's not cursed?
what?
How do we know it's not cursed?
Oh, you can trust me.
Insight check.
Insight check him.
Boop.
Gosh. So you can tell he's not lying, and you can assume. You look at his establishment. It's not just like a cart. It's a established shop. If he was selling cursed magic items, his shop would not be in very good shape. Not very many people would recommend it. So it looks very nice, high quality. So I think I can do this bow for 600 gold pieces.
See, that's where we're differing a bit. See, it's nice, but it's not 600 gold nice.
I think it is. So roll a persuasion check. So if you
Natural
roll a natty
20, natural 20, natural 20. Ah!
I'm so tempted to go intimidation because I've got +2, not -1 on intimidation.
Well, you can try that again if you want to in a little bit.
I figure.
But that might make you worse for wears. I don't think I don't think it needs to go any lower. This is a high quality item.
Do you take trades?
Depends on what you're trading.
I have a nice longbow here, good quality.
Okay, that'll get you. He kind of looks at it, kind of bends it weird, and you're like, oh, 25 gold pieces.
I assure you this longbow's worth well more than 25 gold pieces.
Well, I could go down to the local shop and buy it for a new one for 50. So I'm
Not a drow made one.
okay. 35.
We both know you getting your hands on a drow made longbow doesn't happen every day.
You're right, and I don't really care that it does.
Snap.
What else do you have?
I'm thinking that's it, and I'm thinking you will lower your price on that longbow.
You guys.
While
do...
she's intimidating, can I scope the establishment for anything that might be of interest to us? Like just anything that might be slightly useful.
I mean, you're gonna have to be a little more specific than that, probably. Looks like there's quite a few magic items on the wall, weapons and stuff.
Okay, anything that might be slightly useful and easily put in my pockets without the guy noticing.
Okay.
Enchanted jewelry.
Enchanted jewelry. No, I mean I don't think there's any. He kind of is. He's smart. He's not keeping rings on the wall like where you could grab them. They're in cases. It'd be pretty hard to get to them.
Okay.
Faye, everybody, you guys do have some magic items.
Mm-hmm.
I put the player's journal. I moved it over to Google Docs. I don't know if you guys use Google Docs at all.
I do. I just haven't seen it.
So if you open that, I have a list of what treasure you have that I don't think you're using currently.
Thank you. That probably. Can I look at this?
Where's the Google Docs?
If you go over to where your character sheets are, there's player's journal, and there's a link in there that takes you to the Google Docs. And you guys can add and edit whatever you want on there too. Feel free.
We have a ring of swimming. Before I intimidate, I had completely forgotten about these things.
Yes, that's why I'm reminding you.
Thank you.
Wait, let's see.
Oh, and there's.
I forgot about the painting and watching.
Let me see here.
I had two. The armor of invulnerability. Why are one of us not wearing that?
Because it's heavy armor.
Plate mail.
I have a proficiency with heavy armor.
Ooh.
So do I, but
But-
it doesn't.
But it's not.
There's
Wait,
that pearl thing we
Jake,
got
you're already
too.
wearing chainmail, aren't you?
Yeah, isn't that medium armor?
Mm-mm. Chainmail's heavy.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Because I lose.
Yeah. Barbarian stuff.
Yeah.
This would make you very loud, Thievius, just so you know.
And also, I have a strength of like -5.
Oh, so you can't wear this.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is...
Yeah, I mean, I have a proficiency, but it ain't gonna help if I can't move in it.
Yep, you're right.
We also have a ring of swimming that I'd be willing to trade.
Well, let me look at that then, and you can pull it out. I can't find... Maybe it doesn't exist in here. Oh, no, it does. I remember it. I like all the tables and Xanathars, so I'll just do it by this.
Xanathars is the best supplement.
Yes. Okay, I would take this for 200 gold pieces.
That I think we can agree on, at least.
Okay, so that brings you to 235.
Nasiri, are you okay if I trade some of the other things?
I have no interest in them.
If our new gentlemen are not interested, I also have some wonderful plate armor here that is also enchanted. Are you interested in the noisy armor?
I'm not interested in the noisy armor. I'm interested in... We never totally checked if that was cursed or not.
Well,
I don't really care.
He would see it, his eyes would kind of go wide and say, "Okay, let me see here." And you would see him. He probably casts a spell over the first one. This spell is like, it seems like a completely different spell. And he kind of looks at it and says, you were good to think that. If you said that, I guess you didn't say that probably, but this is a cursed item. It looks.
I'm low-key shocked that Orenstein didn't wear it now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was actually trying to get to wear it.
That was kind of my hope, that someone would be like, but when you guys found it, the wizard had left it on the body, and he had taken the rest of the magic items, but left that. So that was kind of my hint towards you guys. That like, this might be. If you would have worn this, it would have seemed like it was going to give you resistance to damages, but it was actually going to make those damages hit you even harder. This is armor of vulnerability. So, because it's cursed, I could probably do 1,000 gold pieces.
Devious kind of nudges you and goes, if we find a schmuck that doesn't know it's cursed, we could probably get more out of that.
That's not recommended. I guess I don't know if he would hear that or not, but
I'm going to glare at Thievius. You're one of those wonderful people. I think I would rather sell it to somebody who knows what they're getting. Karma has a way of coming back to haunt those who do not take it seriously.
So, 1,000, you'll take that?
I will take that. If
Okay.
Nasiri is okay with this, and Nasiri is gone.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Aradin would object to this?
No, not at all. I don't.
Okay, sorry.
Um,
I don't want to sell off all of the party's goodies on my own.
Yes.
That's why I'm like, ask.
So
I lost Carly.
I did too.
She left, so I wonder if her internet went down. So
Internet hiccuped again. We just got on Discord.
Yeah. So with that, you come to 1,235 for the bow. That will bring you down to 635 that I will owe you. Is there anything else you'd like? And kind of with like motion to the rest of the shop.
Nasiri, would you like to look for some magical armor of some variety, or something that would make you a little less
Squishy.
squish?
Which light leather armor. Like, I guess. Sorry. Noob.
Died.
No, we can hear her. Can you not
We
hear
can
her?
hear
No, I cannot. She just froze for me.
My internet hiccuped again. So,
That's
my
fine.
apologies.
Yeah, if I'm doing something y'all don't like, please yell at me.
No, I don't think you are. I mean, in my opinion, because
I
you're
would
selling
like
that
to
armor.
look
No one's ever going to wear that
at-
armor. I mean,
Oh, is Cord back
now
yet?
especially.
Cord is
For
back.
everyone-
Yes, you're talking over him.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, John. Yeah, I don't have Jonathan now.
I love Roll20. Oh, Lordy.
My fault.
Here we go. No, not.
There-
It's not your. It's Roll20's fault.
Slash whoever's your internet provider.
Yeah.
I know. Bright House, Spectrum.
Oh, you said Spectrum. We have an explanation.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal because no one's ever going to wear that armor.
Okay.
And you guys
I see absolutely no problem with that.
haven't used the ring either at all, and
Yeah. I want to make sure that Sarah's loudmouth is not being Sarah's loudmouth. Sorry.
yeah. No, I think you're good. Okay, so is anybody else looking for anything?
I will take Sarah's
Um,
suggestions and look for some light enchanted armor.
Okay. Go ahead, Jonathan. You can say whatever. I'll look this up as your.
I'd like to look for some stuff that would make either my hands a little bit more sticky, maybe some like gloves of thieving, or maybe something that'll make my feet a little bit more quick, like boots of Elvenkind, something like that.
Okay. Let me look up armor and stuff +1 because it's not telling me what like rarity they are, which drives me crazy.
That I could agree that would make me a little kooky. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Okay, uncommon, rare, very rare for weapons. So I was right with that. So let me check armor now. So armor is rare, very rare, or legendary. So rare is going to be a little more expensive than the weapon. I'm guessing it's probably going to be over your price range.
Yeah.
Would be my guess. I can
Yeah.
check it for sure, but
Well, what we can do is take the money from him and then find just some place to get you better armor.
yes, yeah, you could go buy leather. Is leather the one that? No,
I
studded
have
leather.
leather armor.
Studded leather would be slightly better. I don't think it's.
I was gonna say we could look for studded leather armor for you,
I
or
bet Aridin would take studded leather also. He probably would not say no to that. He's here.
Neither would thieves.
oh, golly gee willikers, it's an Aridin.
Hello.
How was
Jay
Baruzi?
did a great impression of you earlier.
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Did he run in and hit something?
No, but he did
No.
challenge someone to a duel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
They were carrying a rapier.
Oh, excellent.
I was just like, oh look.
I should do that more often.
Well, they're now
Yeah.
part of our party, so have fun.
Excellent.
Yeah, you would find some leather armor and kind of ask the elf how much that is, and he would say, "I think that's out of your price range."
Yeah, I would.
I'm assuming
Wow.
if you're working with this 600 gold, it's out of your price range. I'm sorry.
Do you happen to have any pieces of jewelry that might make her a little less vulnerable?
Let me see. And he kind of leaned back. How much?
To catch John up, we're at the mall shopping.
Yes.
Sweet.
We've
He would
picked-
pull out a ring of protection and say, "This is quite pricey, also." Let me see. This is.
Nasiri, do you have some money of your own?
We're looking at about 6,000 gold for this ring, right here. So,
Yeah, let's
you
do that.
interested?
No.
No. Okay.
Edith would like to, like, seriously consider how high of a DC the sleight of hand check is to just take it and run,
So he is.
but then decides
behind-
against it.
Yeah, he's behind a counter. First of all, you would have to basically. You're not getting away without him noticing at this point.
Mhm.
If you'd like to, you can roll perception check to see where he puts it.
Now, I just got
No, I'm
back
good.
from Africa, and we bartered a lot, so I know this trick. You start at 200 gold and then work your way towards the middle.
Yeah.
He's not
They-
really in the bartering mood, I've
No,
noticed.
he isn't.
Yeah,
He's pretty
he-
snobby.
That went nowhere.
He thinks that his
Yeah.
stuff is pretty good, and from the look of the bow that you have, it is.
By
it is
the
pretty
way,
good.
oh, I need to find that in the thingy-mabobber and add that to my inventory now.
Yes, you can just look up longbow +1. That's what it is.
And just Jonathan, are you a rogue named Thievius?
Yes.
Are you from Rome?
No, I actually I made the character in D&D Beyond, and they have a random name generator, and I'd already made the character, and then the name I rolled was Thievius, and I was like, I can't change that now.
Where did that go? So, anything else you'd like with the money?
Did we find any of those maybe like something to help me with thieving or help me be quicker?
Do. Okay, so Boots of Elvenkind is one that you mentioned.
Mhm.
I think those are pretty. I think they're probably rare.
They're probably
also,
rare also.
I'd imagine. No, they're uncommon according to this. So, let me roll the prices for them.
Where do I add the +1 damaged and +1 range attacks?
If you add it, like from the,
It's not letting me. That's what's frustrating me right now. Because I click the ad and it like...
here, did you like drag it over? You
Yeah, just open up your character sheet and then just click it, drag it, and drop
yeah,
it.
Click the +1, drag it and drop, and it
Mhm.
should add like an attack down at the bottom of your attack options and stuff.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying again.
Um,
I will figure this out. You shall not best me.
Devious, you would be looking at about 500. He would pull out a book of the Boots of Elvenkind and say, "These are about 500 gold pieces."
That would be super helpful, but Devious debates on whether or not he should ask his friends for
How
gold
much-
when he just met them. And so, because he knows he could come up with half of it, but he just says thank you very much and kind of just no, but not today.
Well, perhaps next time. And he'll kind of set him down.
Have I bought anything?
No, you haven't.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
I don't know.
There's not a lot in your guys' price range. You could probably get a +1 weapon, but I'm not sure that would be better than the weapon you have right now. I mean, probably would be, but you have a magic weapon, so that makes it.
Right.
I'm not seeing that this bow added anything.
Here, let me just check for you.
And-
I'm going to take control.
And did we get extra gold anywhere?
The three of us did. We split
Okay.
50.
Okay.
So
So I don't even know what that comes out to though.
Faye, it's down at the bottom. See longbow +1.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I had
But-
it open.
Look at
Oh, look at the attack
Mhm.
plus.
look at your normal longbow compared to your other one. So it's just a +1, and it should add that to damage too. So-
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I'm a dum.
No, you're good. So Aridin, was there anything you were interested in? Let me see
No,
about
because
this.
I only have, so we split 50, so I have like 241 gold is what I have marked down.
Yes, but they have 635 gold. They sold a set of plate armor that was cursed.
Okay.
They found out. So they sold that. So they have 635 right now.
Okay.
Nasiri, he would also pull out for you a cloak of protection. It says this would also make you stronger. It would help a little. This is also 600. So basically,
Naseri would ask to just like feel the cloak.
you feel it. It feels very nice, very well made. All his stuff seems to be
Please ignore.
quality.
I think Carly asks Sarah or anybody if I have no idea how currency works in D&D. So
If you'd like to talk him down, you could try to. You could try to barter with him. You're pretty good at charisma, so
yeah, so
You
Naseri
could try to bird with him.
yeah, there you go.
So Carly's just not good at role playing that. So can I just do a persuasion check?
You can just say something. I mean, you can just say a price if you want to. Like
Start at 100.
that seems extreme. He might get offended by that.
Yeah, that's true. Start at 200.
So I believe this is worth closer to the 400.
Okay, roll a persuasion check for me. And he kind of like looks at it and kind of stretches it a little, and like, you're probably right. I'll give it to you for 400. You seem kind enough, and it's a little drabby. It's been around for a while, and he kind of wipes off some of the dust and. Okay, so 400. Nasara, are you putting in any of your own money for that?
I probably should. That would only be fair. Where's my character sheet? There it is. I have 418, so I would. If we split that 600 between the three of us, I would put in half.
Okay, so mark off 200 from yours, and I'll mark off 200 from this. So that, and you kind of hand him that money, or don't hand him that money, I guess, technically. But so that leaves 435 left.
Low key thinking about asking for that for the Boots of Elvenkind.
Devious, how much are you short?
I am short. I have 250 total, and it's 500.
It's 500. You can try to persuade him, but
Do you take credit cards?
you take no credits. He points to a sign. No credits. Cash only. Coin only.
I'll put down my 240, so then he only has to get 10 more from the credit if he wants.
Wait,
Is that all of your money, Aridin?
Yeah.
I don't want you to do all of your money. I feel like that's too much of a sacrifice, but this stuff is going to make me significantly better as a rogue.
I've lived many years in a hut with only what I could grow with my hands. There's not a lot I need money for. But I'll take 40 back, so I've got 41 gold, and that leaves 200 in the pot.
Okay. So you put 200. Are you going to put that down? 450 so far. So
Yeah,
are you guys going to cover the rest as a party? The rest of
out
you?
of the party fund.
How about the first 2 times we get paid, you put in a little bit extra towards the party
There you go.
and pay off towards that?
That sounds good.
So this would be at 3.
And so I'm taking away all of my gold, all my 250. All right.
I was going to say, I'm down at 0. I'm a goose egg.
Yep. Yep.
I'm very interested in this next
Next heist.
heist.
Well,
Heist?
I didn't take off any money. You didn't spend any money, according to my. So if you want to, you can add a little bit more to what he's giving back, if you'd like to do that.
Well, I was at 398 before the 50 that got split. So if I say I had 400 and I put in 200, would that be fair?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, just trying to make sure we're getting it right.
I was like, if I say my pot of the 50 was 2, I suddenly have a lot easier number to work with.
So you sold everything for 1,235, and then I just took off the 600 from that. So you didn't put any of your money in. So if you want to put your money in, how much did you want to put? 200? Is that what you said?
I'll put 200 towards the communal pot. That way we
Okay.
can.
So communal pot currently has 585 gold. Still. So you guys still have quite a bit of money. Anything else you guys are interested in? I'm not sure he probably doesn't have a lot else that you guys could afford unless you can think of something random.
Like healing potions.
Healing potions. He could do healing potions.
Didn't we lose our healer?
Is there an upgrade to armor? Like, I think I'm just wearing regular leather armor.
I think the plan was to go get some after this.
Okay.
Yeah, because he does not sell just regular armor. He buys his armor from somewhere else and then enchants it. So you'd have to go to a blacksmith or a tanner, basically. I was trying to see how much health potions were. At the top of my head.
I don't need. How do I get 2 cloaks of protection in my list? I only have 1.
I don't know.
How do I delete it?
Just look it up.
I see the padlock. Delete. Thank you.
I always forget how much
Equip.
health potions are.
Use as a resource or have an attack. I have to attune my cloak. Sorry.
Yes, you do have to attune to it, so it'll take an attunement slot. I think same for Boots of Elvenkind. Am I wrong about that?
I believe so.
Yeah. I don't think, Faye, I don't think you have to attune to yours. I don't think it is. +1 weapon.
It shouldn't.
So health potions,
That shouldn't be an attunement slot.
he probably would have 5 healing potions and 2 greater healing potions. So the healing potions, he say I could do.
Where do I find my attunement slots on?
I don't think there
Roll20,
is one. I think you just have to remember. I don't think there's like a way to mark. You could.
Okay, so on my other one, I'll just see that I'm attuned on my other app that I use.
Yeah, you could always there's a little. You can add boxes of counters. You could count.
You've got 3.
Yes. Yeah. So he would say that he could give you all the healing potions, regular healing potions, for 250, and the graders for 500. Yeah, 45. You could do the healing potions, yeah. Sure,
I
he
would
said.
say yes.
Okay.
And I will put them in the leather
This
bag
is
of
exactly
clothing.
how I talk when my wife shops.
Okay. So he gives you 5 healing potions, all this other stuff, and hands you 235 gold is how much you have left over.
What is there? What are the prices on like rare versus unique items?
Rare. So
Or rare.
all that you guys bought basically were uncommon.
Okay.
And that basically goes up to about to 600 is probably one of the highest price points on that.
Okay.
Rare, it can go all the way up to like 2,000.
Okay.
Or way more than that, even at times. So a lot. Yeah, rare jumps up a big. You guys aren't quite in that range for price. Yes. Okay, so anything else? I mean, you guys. Okay.
Question: shield +1 or like a sentinel shield?
Shield +1. Let me look that up real quick. I can look up sentinel shield. Sentient? Is that what you want? Is that what you mean?
Sentinel?
Well, there's a sentient and a sentinel. I don't know if there's a sentinel.
I have it listed, but I think a shield that is also sentient would be hilarious.
It's a real magic item. Just so you guys know, it's actually a really cool magic item.
They're like super rare though, aren't they?
Probably. I have no idea. I don't remember.
I thought they were called animated shields.
Animated.
Not sentient.
That's it.
They are very rare, so not looking at those.
Probably shields I have to look up in the DMG real quick. Because they probably do the same thing that weapons do. They don't tell me what rarity they are.
Shield +1 is uncommon.
Okay,
according
perfect.
to this list I have.
So he would have a shield +1 for 300 gold.
How much do we have left?
235.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So you guys head out. Still raining slightly. And you guys head to find a blacksmith. Okay. You come up to a half-elf woman who's working at the forgery. She kind of like looks at you and says, "Oh, hello there. What do you need?"
We're shopping for studded leather armor.
Oh, I think I have some pairs of those. How many?
For 2, right?
I think one for me.
One for I.
Probably 4 is what you guys would really want.
Yeah, because
if you wanted to get everybody one,
would also
true.
Right? Now, Faye,
I think you were trying leather.
Faye can actually wear all the way up to medium armor.
You're probably in just normal leather because that's what you get at the beginning. So studded leather, I think anybody who's wearing leather armor, it would basically bring your arm. Oh, you're wearing scale mail. That's what you're wearing.
Mm-hmm. And scale mail that gives you the disadvantage on the stealth checks, doesn't it?
It does. So 145 in Player's Handbook. I'm looking at it right now. So yeah, that would give you disadvantage. So you might want to get rid of that. But getting studded leather would bring you down, Faye. Well, actually, no. What's your dex at? It's at 20, isn't it? So it would bring you up. Never mind. It'd bring you up by 1. Anybody who's wearing leather would probably bring up by 1 too.
I don't have any more money to contribute, but I would love.
Love leather, studded leather. So that would be. She would charge you 180 for 4.
What if we trade in the old leather armor we have?
Okay, that would help. Probably not a ton, though. I mean, that'll take off 20 gold pieces, that's
20 for each.
It is because it's 14 plus dex, but it's a max of 2. Yeah. Actually, the scale mail would do even better. So it would be 40. So 140 if you trade in your stuff. Yes, and you should get 1 more AC. Because it's 12 plus your dex, and your dex is at 5. So it doesn't have a limit. Okay, so 140. Do you guys want to just take that out of the community funds and buy everybody studded leather? Yes, I already took that off.
Yeah.
So there's 95 gold left in the community fund.
Hey, I'm at 15 armor class now, y'all. Well, after I attune, anyway.
How do I unequip my extra?
I think you can just delete it. I think it should do it automatically.
Yeah, it just. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
I just
basically
deleted
saying,
it and the warning went away. So
there you go.
I didn't hear you.
That would be why. Okay. So, Airden, you got that too, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So, Naseri, you got Cloak of Protection working for you. Let me.
I have it on there, but it wouldn't, like, how does attunement work?
It doesn't on Roll20. Like, there's no options for it or anything as far as I know. So Charisma's 20.
Okay.
So Charisma would be 5 plus. So it's working. It's working for you, it looks like.
Yeah, I just dragged it over.
Yep. So it's working. Okay.
I was at 13, so.
Yep.
My AC feels much safer at 15 than 14 for some reason. Like,
some reason that makes you feel that much better.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how do you drag it over real quick for those of us who don't remember?
Okay. So open up your character sheet.
Yeah.
And then go over into the companion and just click it and pull it over and then drop it as soon as it's over your character sheet.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't have it pop up. Sorry. I forgot that was
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry.
No, that makes sense. I haven't done that before.
Yeah, I don't pop mine out. I only have one screen. If I had 2 screens, I would pop mine out. Oh, yeah. I don't. I'm just on my MacBook. Great. I can see your acne on your face right now. Sarah can see the details of everything. Okay. Anything else you guys want to do? Okay, it's really not very late in the day, but you guys can head over to the warehouse and kind of just rest up there.
As we're headed to the warehouse, could I share something with our party?
Yeah, absolutely.
The dwarf dude is lying through his face. Like, I'm almost positive he's in on it. So my thought process is he's going to try to frame us for this. I don't know exactly how to go over this, but he's going to try to get us framed because I think he's lying and he's in over his head. And so he's going to try to frame us for it. That's why he gave us a specific warehouse.
He took the key back from you guys since he was staying. So you have to go talk to him before he has to unlock the warehouse for you before you can go in. Mm-hmm.
Given the random nature of what has
we
been
don't need a
stolen,
key
it
to
does
the
look like a
warehouse.
setup.
Also, we don't need a key to the warehouse. I think I can provide that.
Well,
Thievius thinks for a sec. No, I'm pretty sure I'm not. I had to think for a second there, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. Well, he's expecting us to go get him to let us in. Why don't we get in before he's there?
Eridan has no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
Correct.
You can explain it to Eridan.
We're going to a warehouse to break in.
Sucks at his job.
Okay, that's suspicious. And so are we going to defend the warehouse? Yeah, how would we catch the thieves in the act? Yeah, I like Thievius's plan of breaking in and not letting anyone know we're there. Also, so Thievius, you're a rogue. What race?
I don't think I've said anything yet.
Oh, okay.
He's wearing a white cloak.
Okay. Average height and
average height, blonde. Did we have the picture of me on my token?
Yeah, I think it's on your character sheet. You guys can open it.
Mm-hmm.
And Kuran, are you a bald dude?
Yep. I'm a Goliath.
Oh, nice. I love Goliath. Okay, and how did we meet you?
I was with Thievius.
Okay.
We're trying to get passage to Chester.
Okay. And Thievius, you're the one with the rapier I tried to duel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We didn't role play that out because you weren't here, but
okay.
But Thievius was 100% down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Another time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys are gonna try to break in to the. Okay. Yep. So you guys can head to his office, knock on the door.
Wait, so we've made an agreement that we'd go there and meet him there? I think it's best if we don't tell him anything and just go.
So just break in?
Yeah, and I can fix anything that we break. I have mending.
Well, as long as my expertise in thieves' tools hold up, we won't need to break anything.
I don't think I can break in.
Oh, now you're gonna play a lawful good character.
Yeah. Yeah, now I am.
He's gonna go the opposite end. Before he's just wrecking the party because he's
Right.
being evil. Now he's gonna wreck the party because he's gonna
Yeah.
beat his religion over your head.
So is he a paladin or is he a barbarian? I thought.
Both.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So, Karan, what would you like to do?
How about I get the key and I go in myself, or I stay outside.
Where is the guy that we're supposed to get the key from?
So where the red
Karan?
X's are the warehouses. So his office is in that area.
Okay, and where's the warehouse we're going to?
He thought it was that one. Yeah.
So
the one
this one right behind it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, I would also like to explain to Karan, we are lawfully appointed by the city to figure out what's going on.
Correct.
So this is really just a sting operation.
Correct.
I feel like we should persuade him.
But
Mhm.
breaking into a place without anyone's knowledge.
Fair point. I will come up with a better argument and present it later.
Look, since everything is pretty close together, let's let Karan go get the key. I'll go with him, and the three of you can go keep yourself occupied while we go get the key.
You guys could do that.
But what if the guards are in on it?
What about the painting of watching? We have that still.
Correct.
Just have that still.
Just hang it up in the alleyway?
Dwarf office.
So while he goes to let us in, we hang up the painting? What are the odds he goes back to the painting or to the office and doesn't notice a weird painting hanging on his wall?
Well, he's short, so
Well, or
Hang it
how
on the
about,
ceiling.
how about this? We leave the painting and one or two items that maybe look valuable but are not, and we ask him to hold them while we go into the warehouse. Thus, we just put them on a chair in the office, thus allowing.
So you guys would know that the painting, how it works is you have to activate it, and it only keeps watch for 2 hours, and then it stops.
Hmm.
And then you have to wait till the next day to use it again.
Right. But
So that
we
would,
might get some info in that 2 hours, especially.
but
Especially
if, you put
if
it
we
there,
activated it after the key.
and if it got taken, you guys would not be able to retrieve any information. I don't know if that's what you guys are thinking at all.
Right. But would we be able to? Because I forget. Can we see? No, we can't see what it's doing. Right. It'll just tell us what it sees later. Right.
So basically, what the point of it is during, if you're camping in the wilderness, you can set it up to keep watch for you for like a watch time. Like as you guys take watches, it can watch for
Right.
you, and it has a very high perception, so it's really good at watching for stuff.
Scratch that idea.
Thievius has all sorts of plans for this, though.
Yeah, and it can like alert you magically, basically. Probably whoever activates it will be alerted magically.
I am.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it me?
I'm so sorry. I'm snacking. I'm sorry. It might be me chewing.
No, it's a static.
Or I'm looking to see if there's something that's not connected right.
I don't know what it would be. Or do you have a fan running in your room?
No.
Okay.
Is it still doing it?
No.
No.
Not currently.
It might have been my headphones where it's slightly disconnected up here.
Okay.
Although that's not where my volumes or my
Mike.
audio input is coming from, though. It's coming from the mic, so
Who knows?
It stopped.
I don't know.
Okay. So what's the plan?
Persuade Turan to lawfully enter and break in entering. I don't think I am.
You guys can try that. Try to convince him.
Karan, are you opposed to sting operations?
Am I opposed to what?
To sting operations?
Lawfully, no.
Okay, is this not lawfully?
Well, breaking in when we have a key makes me leery.
But should it make us leery if we are worried that the person who is going to give us a key is part of it?
True.
Like I understand your point of view if we are not worried about the person opening the door for us. But in a situation where we think the person opening the door may be part of the sting, then I think getting in isn't unlawful, but it's just part of a sting operation.
I'm going to reluctantly trust you guys on this.
I mean, we've known each other like 20 minutes. Would I lead you wrong?
We do
Have it
have
so
the mayor's
far.
permission.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And trust me, by his smell, he will appreciate a pint.
Yeah, he occasionally does shots.
I mean, Curran, have you ever watched the play Cops? They always break into thieves' houses to set up sting operations.
Watched the play.
Yeah. They have that wonderful choir singing that theme song.
All right, you win. You guys win.
Actually, probably the play would probably be called Guards, by the way, not Cops.
All right,
Anyway.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to scope out the warehouse and find the least noticeable way in. Like if it's not that front door, if there's another less noticeable way in that I could get to. Do I need to
There
roll
are
something for that?
a couple doors.
Mhm.
There are two. Those are the windows are not like you can't like open the windows. They're sealed. You'd have to break a window to get in. There's
gonna
two
do that.
doors, and then you know that there's also the roof. Would be about the only other place.
Sizing up everyone and knowing that our athletics and acrobatics might be subpar
Awesome.
for that.
Awesome.
I would like to find the room furthest away from thoroughfare. Like, is there a back door?
Yeah,
that
you
I
can
could
kind
have
of find
a
one
minute
that's
alone with?
off the path. I mean, they're both kind of off the path, but
All right.
are you all
So-
kind of going up with Devious, or is it just him going up and
I
you
would-
guys?
I would say y'all kind of like hang out and let me see if I can open it before you do anything. It does not have a thieves' tool check for me here,
So first
but
of all,
it is the same as my sleight of hand.
roll a stealth check.
Have I attuned to the boots of Elvenkind or not? Because have we had enough time to count as a short rest?
I don't think you guys have. I mean, you guys have just
Okay.
walked there. You've talked.
All right, so then this will not be based on this will not be with advantage. Crap.
What a good rogue you guys gotten. Uh, it's too late. He already went. So
Yeah.
you guys are kind of standing there. You're kind of watching Thievius. He's like, okay, I'm very sneaky, and then he kind of like skips. Like that's what it looks like. He's like splashing in puddles. It's not quite that bad.
It's this big
But,
white coat.
Before you kind of turn the corner and kind of go up to the door and you get close to it, and you didn't even notice, but to your side you hear, "Hey, what are you doing over there?" And this guard will kind of walk up to you and say, What's going on?"
I seem to have misplaced my keys. If you go and talk to the dwarf, what was his name?
Roll a history
he
check.
will know that I. History is not good.
Not great.
Oh,
His name
Oh.
is Doran.
if you will go and talk with Doran, who totally said there weren't any other guards who worked around here.
Well,
He
this is
will
just
tell
a
you.
city guard. He just is patrolling. There are city. You guys would notice as you would walk
Mhm.
across the bridge, there is substantially less guards on the bad side of town. Although there are guards still, just not as many. So you work with
I was like, he
Doran.
was- Yes, I've just misplaced my keys. I'm doing some subcontracting work for him.
Well, let's go have a conversation with him before we let this. And he kind of like grabs you on the shoulder, and we start kind of walking that way. I assume he'd walk past the group who would all be kind of standing there, like watch this happen.
But we can use this as a distraction. Faye, go let us in.
Is there a way I can like sleight of hand my thieves' tools, like kick them out to Carly? Or
I think they
Yasiri?
have some, don't they? Do you guys have some thieves' tools?
I don't.
Oh no,
'cause they gave-
Samesh.
They gave them
Samesh
back
had
to
'em.
Ornstein.
The Ornstein
yeah.
Oh, Ornstein
handed
had 'em.
them over to Faye.
Who gave
I
them to
don't know.
Samesh because Samesh had the higher decks.
Yeah, because you opened the door. Okay, yeah. So no,
Mhm.
you guys don't have thieves' tools.
Okay.
You can try. Roll a sleight of hand check. Here, we'll try the sleight of hand check, and then after that, you can try.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not. Oh wait,
It's not good either.
Okay. So this is more of Thievius doing, But he kind of, as he's walking by you, he drops this little set of tools. You've seen it before. The guard doesn't seem to notice. You guys keep on walking. So, Faye, what are you doing then? Or what is the rest of the group doing as they're walking to Doran? I mean, his name is Thievius. Like,
on the bright side, by level 10, I am physically incapable of rolling below a 10.
So,
Shade.
so what are you guys doing? What are the four of you doing?
I'm gonna tap Quran and point towards Thievius, kind of send him with him, and then I think the three of us will sneak around the corner and try to open this up with, I assume, disastrous results.
Okay, you three are is that the plan?
Yeah.
Quran,
We've broken a cardinal rule, but yes.
you go with, you kind of follow behind Thievius as he's getting taken. The three of you go back. Roll stealth checks.
Well, last time Jake and I were separated with each other.
Roll stealth checks all around.
Including me?
No, you don't need to.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay.
We all have +5 stealth and still did not roll well.
The guy's partner, you guys didn't notice that he was working with another guy. He's standing there still. He kind of looks around and is like, what are you guys doing? And he kind of walks over to you guys. What's going on here?
We are securing the security of this facility for Doran, and we are glad to see that both guards are quite proficient in guarding these warehouses. We had some doubts earlier.
Well, let's go talk to Doran about that. And he kind of like lead you guys.
Yeah. In the future, we should not sneak away by going sneak.
So, Devious and the other guard and Quran all get there first, but not far behind is the rest of the group. And the guards would be like, "Well, we found these characters," and kind of looks at them. They were kind of messing around one of your doors to the warehouse. They said they worked for you, and he'll kind of be like, "Well," and he kind of like for a second he looks at you guys like he doesn't know you, and you're like, "Oh no!" And he's like, "Oh they work. Yeah, they're some adventurers that are helping out. They're doing some garden and trying to catch the thief that's been breaking in. No thanks to you guys," he kind of says under his breath, and they kind of roll their eyes and walk out, leaving you guys. So, are you guys ready to go into the warehouse? He kind of grabs his set of keys.
No, I would like to try it again.
I would like to edge closer to Faye and like hold my hand out for my thieves' tools.
Hand them back. Roll a deception check. Not great. Oh
No!
Can Nisseri re-say that instead?
Nope.
Oh.
So you can't guard it, and he kind of looks at your weapons because you're waiting on more weapons. You're already pretty well supplied. I don't think that's an issue. Is there something going on here? He kind of like points to you, Faye, like, and kind of squints his eyes.
You see,
Thieves
the
is
mayor
definitely
has his
checking that his-
doing.
What?
Thieves is definitely checking if his crossbow is loaded in case we need to get out of here.
Yeah, Doran, we assume that with how the other places were broken into, that they were watching the location first. So we were attempting before the guards showed up to scout the area, see if we could see the thieves, get a better idea of who they were. Unfortunately, we were pretty inconspicuous and were noticed. So our concern is that the thieves may have left and not be ready to go in tonight. Faye was just trying to save face. It was our mistake, but we think that might be what's happening.
Okay, roll a deception check.
Yeah,
With-
buddy.
Disadvantage because he's very suspicious already of you guys.
Awesome.
Okay, something's going on here. You guys need to tell me the truth. What's going on? And
Run! We all bolt out the door.
that doesn't seem suspicious at all. You guys are framing yourselves for this for this
Exactly.
meeting
No.
right now. That is very much where his
Sorry.
thoughts are going. Like, I wonder if maybe they're trying to get in because, like,
The Sari would like to calm down with a common dwarfish like saying of trust because she does speak dwarvish, and she would like to say it's not that we aren't here to help, but the mayor does have other tasks before we leave for Chester tomorrow. You
Oh
can trust us.
Oh, man.
I'm not sure you can even like. Well, roll a deception check with disadvantage. Okay, let me roll for him.
Okay, that's better. Okay, that's better.
No, but it's just the bard.
He kind of look around. I'm not sure I trust y'all. But I guess if he can't be there tonight, that's fine. They may break in still, but why don't you just tell me the truth? What is I don't understand. You guys are strange. And he kind of sets his keys down and says, "All right, be gone. I guess see you tomorrow night then."
We
Yeah,
will
kinda
see
goes-
you then.
He'll go sit in his chair.
By the way, does he like to drink on the job?
Yeah, you'd probably
That-
see some alcohol bottles empty and some. Yeah, yeah, he does.
Okay. Never. Yeah.
You doing something, Aridin?
Well, I'm trying to think if I would like I don't want to imply that he's drinking on the job, but I also want to be like, hey, you know
Faye-
what?
We've already
Faye-
implied.
Faye
Oh, you already
did
have.
that.
Okay. Because I just say, you know what? It's hard to trust someone you haven't had a drink with.
I guess that's true. Maybe after we deal with this issue, we can have a drink together.
Why wait till later? And I want to sit down in a chair and if I see a bottle, just pull out the bottle and
Oh, well, you kind of pull out a bottle. You smell it, and it's like, oh, it's just sitting on like his desk, like it's
okay.
open. He says, that's true. How about this? And he kind of reaches in a drawer and pulls out this very finely made like glass bottle. That it just looks like a really expensive. He pulls out 2 small cups, sets them down, twisted the cap, pours it into the cup for you. All right. If we're gonna be drinking buddies, let's try this. And he raises a cup
Doran?
to you.
Doran, you've been holding out on me.
You're
Uh,
speaking his language. He
all
holds
right.
up a cup to like cheers you,
Yeah.
and he downs it. Are you
All
down
right.
in it?
Yes.
Thievius would like to.
This
will
start
not
heading
end
towards the
well.
door.
Constitution saving throw.
Thievius would like to slowly
Boom,
start
baby.
heading towards the door.
You
Boom.
look good, and he is impressed. He almost did this like, look at this tiny little elf. He's not going to be able to hold this. He's going to vomit. He's going to pass out immediately. Yeah,
Doran. His name's Doran, right?
Doran. Yep.
Doran, have you ever had Eladrin's night water?
I haven't.
Oh.
I've had some elvish stuff, but it's always been real weak and fruity. Ugh.
Doran, this isn't Elvish. This is Eladrin. This is what our Night Watch drink out on the walls when they are guarding the Feywild. Let me tell you, it's got a kick, and the next morning it gives you an additional kick.
Oh man, that sounds pretty good. You have to bring me some sometime. You want another?
Only if you do, Doran.
Oh, okay. And he pours another. Okay.
Yes. I'm slowly edging towards the door.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank goodness
ever
someone
so
noticed.
slowly.
You don't have to sneak. I mean, he's not paying attention.
Oh, he's plastered. All right,
well,
I'm back.
It's not plastered.
Mhm.
He is
Yeah.
he's still pretty
He is
good. He's a
fully-
dwarf. Are you sneaking into the warehouse that's nearby, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna try again to sneak, but this time I'm going to try to. This time I would like to do an investigation check to see if there are any guards around before I sneak up to the door.
So probably perception.
Perception.
Yeah, because you're kind of looking. Investigation's like up close, like really looking.
It's okay. They're the same for me.
You see a few guards kind of in the distance, none nearby, super close. So roll a stealth check.
Would that have counted as a short rest?
No. That's an hour. You have to sit there for an hour and focus on these. So it takes a while.
All right. I rolled a 21 stealth.
Is it coming up?
It just said it's there. Like
Okay.
I can take a picture of it and show
No,
it
it's
to
fine.
the-
I'm not seeing it, but I'm sure it's fine. It'll
would
probably
hope-
come up.
I would hope the lawful good pastor wouldn't lie.
Even yeah. Even
Well, actually, my second roll was a natural 20 on it.
yeah,
for it.
even it doesn't matter. I was gonna say even at disadvantage, you'd be fine. So each time you guys were going, I was rolling perception checks for the guards at disadvantage. Like, although the first one that saw Thievius rolled a 20 and a 19, so he was watching. You get to the door, roll a check of thieves' tools or sleight of
Okay,
hand. They're
so
the
I have-
same. As long as
Yeah,
you're
they're the same
proficient.
for me.
Sure.
Expertise in both. So that's a 22 is what it's saying here.
Okay.
I
yeah.
mean, I'm hoping these show up. Do I need to reconnect so these show up?
You probably, but we'll deal with it later.
Okay.
Yeah, you pop it open. Door opens. Big dark warehouse. Not dark, I guess, because there's sunlight coming down.
Well, I have dark vision, so that would be
Yep.
better.
So you can see into it. See into the corners that aren't hit by the light.
Well, so can I check for traps? That's
Yeah.
probably another roll that
It's
is
a
going to-
perception check. Yeah. Another one. There we go. That one showed up. 22. Okay.
22. Yeah.
You don't see any traps.
All right. Do now would this be investigation to look for anything that's set up to where it's supposed to be framing someone, anything like that, anything out of the ordinary, anything that's missing? Like I'm talking like anything recently moved, dust in the shape of a box where something's recently moved, stuff like that.
So this is what I would say. It's going to be investigation if you're like really
Mhm.
if it's detailed. So if you wanted to investigate the entire warehouse, it's going to take a long time. If you want to just kind of take a quick stroll through and perception to see, kind of just look around, that would be perception. So it depends on how much time you want to take to do this.
Let me do a quick perception check, and then I'm gonna go back out, lock it back, and then sneak back into that room. All right, perception.
Okay.
22 again.
You look around, nothing seems. I mean, there's a few crates that are open, but it doesn't. I mean, it just looks like it's pretty disorganized. And you could probably figure out from Doran and his personality, he's not real organized. But some crates are in weird places, but it doesn't look like the crates that are open, you could look inside. There's still stuff in there. It doesn't look like anything's taken. It doesn't look like anybody's trying to be framed or anything like that.
Okay, so maybe this dude's just an idiot.
You did pick up that he was lying
Right.
about something, though. Or at least you felt that he was lying.
Is he? Huh. Maybe he's just really bad at his job and he's trying to cover it by lying. I don't know. All right, I would like to investigate one of the boxes and see if there's anything. Just one box. Do
Okay.
as quick of an investigate on it,
Yep.
and then I've got to get out of here. That's a 12. That I didn't see anything apparently.
You look into one box. I'm not sure. I don't even know that you really need to roll anything for it. You look into this box, and there are some finely crafted weapons. They look really, really nice, like they'd be really high dollar. You see some that are silver, and then some that are made out of metal that you have never seen before.
Were they just laying in the middle of the floor?
It was just a random box. I mean, it wasn't like. I mean, it just was in the warehouse.
So it wasn't laid out like it would be easy to take. It's just a random
No.
one.
I mean, yeah, it's not like
Mhm.
it's not like all the boxes are on the side of this one is right in the middle and sunlight's coming down on it. It wasn't like
Yeah,
that.
okay.
It was like
No, but there's nothing that would lead me to believe it was thrown there
Yeah.
so it would be easier to take later.
you can
Okay.
open up the box right next to it and it's full of beats. It's like there's
Like,
no
okay.
organization to this.
Okay.
like-
All right. If that's the case, I am gonna lock that door back and try to sneak back into Doran's office.
Okay. I'll just say with your self check, you can get out. Like
Okay.
I imagine that's easier than getting in, so it's pretty easy to lock the door. Okay, so you get back. Aridin, you took another shot. Roll another Constitution saving throw for me. Man, you are downing these things, and you are a fighter, I guess. I forget that
There's
you're
some advantage, yes.
you're
to
a
being
fighter, so you do have good Constitution.
Yes.
So, yeah, you're doing good. You're looking pretty good. You're starting to feel like you're getting there. Probably another one.
Mm-hmm. How's Doran feeling?
He's looking good still.
All
he,
right.
He can probably do a few more of the and he's had a lot in the past, but it would a few more and he would probably starting to look even more.
Okay.
Any more? And he kind of holds it up.
I loudly go, another.
Okay.
Except this time, I want to miss my mouth with it and see if I can do it in a way where he thinks I drank it, but I didn't.
Okay. Slide a hand check. That's what that would be.
Oh, that's +5. Oh,
Let me roll for him.
please be plastered. Please be plastered. Please be
Yeah,
plastered.
he doesn't notice it. He drinks.
You know what? Even if he does, oh man, Doran, it's really starting to hit me. That one, I missed my mouth.
This is some good stuff. It's truly dwarven made. It's delicious, and I really leaves that burn.
Yeah. Oh
He's
yeah,
kinda-
love it. Yeah. How much does it? Yeah. Whew. That's all.
Okay. So Thievius gets back. What are the rest of you guys doing right now as this is happening? He kind of would offer to the rest. Anyone else? Anyone else want any?
Thievius is gonna take one, so it looks like he wasn't ever gone. And so he's gonna go ahead and grab one and down it.
Okay. Be more specific. What are you looking for? Yeah. Roll Roll an investigation check. You would kind of look around and you're like, man, this is a mess. There's papers all over his desk, like, and he's not really noticing he's drinking. You kind of find like just a piece of paper with things written on it. Like it's not very official. It just talks about some paintings, some weapons, some random things. Nothing seems to be organized. It doesn't seem like they're after something specific. If you look at the gold amount, kind of the estimated amount of losses, it comes to about 200 gold, which you're like, okay, these are big warehouses. There's lots to take. Like, that seems strange.
Does he list where? I mean, and maybe I can't tell because I'm drinking, but does he list like what warehouses the things are in?
Oh, like
like maybe someone broke in, saw his, and now knows where the high value
where the
items
good
are,
stuff is. Okay.
and are just picking those off.
You would see a filing cabinet in there that probably has more records. It's going to be a little harder to get into that, even in the state he's in. You can try. It's probably going to be a stealth check to kind of, or a sleight of hand, whichever you prefer.
Wait,
Yeah.
I've got an idea. Okay, Doran and I are becoming fast friends.
You are.
Doran, what's the finest ale you've ever had stored in these warehouses?
And he kind of stumbles on his words. Not a lot of fine ale comes through here. Now the dwarves, they make some fine ale.
Yes,
Oh,
they
man.
do.
It's been a long time since I've had some good Thorum ale. But no, not a lot comes through here. We have a local tavern in here that sometimes ships things out to Chester before all this business started with that. But not a lot of ale comes through. It tends to not to do very good on the ships. They travel to closer towns with it, but not great.
Come on, Doran. You had to have seen some crazy things in these warehouses. What's the craziest thing you've stored, Doran?
I've seen some crazy things.
I bet you have.
There was one time that they were shipping an entire skeleton of a dragon. Like
No.
the whole head was in one case, and then they had the other parts in another case, and it was wild. And
do you have you got to show me the paperwork, Doran? Let me see that. Is the head still here?
No, that was years ago. But I don't know what for sure I have. Roll a persuasion check.
All right.
For him, not going to be very hard. Obviously, he likes you.
Conveniently, I'm not very good at it, so it works out.
Let me roll for him. See kind of what he's thinking. Okay, yeah, I'll show you here. And he kind of like walks over to the filing cabinet, stumbles, pulls out his keys. The top, he kind of reaches to the top one, unlocks it. The other two don't look like they're locked, and he kind of pulls out this big stack of papers. These are my high value ones. I keep, so I remember that those are the important ones to watch.
Okay, I want to take the papers out of his hand, put a drink in his hand, hand the papers to someone else in the team, and then take a drink with him.
Okay.
Sure, yeah, I'll read.
I'm trying to think what you're gonna have to roll. Oh man.
I mean, I don't know, or
you're pretty persuasive already. I'm just trying to see if he'd be okay with letting that go. So try another persuasion check.
Or I'll say this. I'm going to say, we're going to have our bard read us the list of stuff. And every time we come across something crazy, we're gonna take a drink, Doran.
There you go. Okay, you can do that without anything. So that's
Awesome.
a good reason. He says, "Oh, okay," and he kind of pours the shots. Okay, you read through. Of course, I have to think of random items. He has some. At one point, there was a load of really like fancy spell components. There is a fancy spell components, like really expensive spell components. It talks about the weapons that you guys that Thievius opened. Some of those are silvered weapons. Some of them are adamantine weapons. Some really high quality equipment. You're not sure. It doesn't say where
You
all
don't
these are
know
going.
How bad it was for me to not take them.
I wow, it's almost like I put it there for you, like a little, if you wanted to. Talks about some pelts and some different like hunting stuff that's coming from distant lands, all kinds of different stuff. You're reading this off to it. Aridin, are you drinking anymore? Or are you Are you gonna actually drink?
Yeah, I'll drink one.
Okay, this next one you drink. After that, you are there, and
Okay.
So basically, from here on out until you sober up, you have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws.
Perfect.
So here on out, that's you. So you're no more Constitution saving throws until maybe the end. Maybe we'll do one more at the end. So you kind of read through that. Anybody else doing anything? Okay, so you read through that. You kind of get some interesting things. Aridin, roll one more Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And I will. It's a disadvantage.
20, natural 20.
Oh, wow,
two
that
natural-
was significant.
So you guys finish the last thing on that list, and Aridin takes one drink, and his eyes kind of roll to the back of his head, and he hits the ground. He is out. Doran just starts laughing, and then he like kind of burps, and then he kind of just sits down in his chair and leans back and like falls asleep. So what are you guys doing now? Now that you
Devious hasn't told us of his amazing find yet.
Yep. So you guys can talk. Doran is asleep, and he's out pretty good.
Devious, did you find anything?
I am putting on my boots so that I can actually be attuned to them.
There you go.
And I'll just tell him, look, I didn't find anything that says that he was trying to. I honestly don't think he's smart enough to try to frame it on us. But he's involved in something. He may owe someone a debt. That he's doing something, but his records are sloppy. The warehouses themselves are sloppy. So I wonder if he's doing it on purpose. So it looks like stuff just gets lost in paperwork, but he's shady. I think he's skimming off the top. He's skimming the stuff that won't be as noticed. He's got a fence somewhere, maybe.
Coran,
It's what I would do.
for your knowledge, just so you know, about lay on hands. If you do 5 points of lay on hands, that will take away drunkenness.
Oh.
If you wanted to do that to Aridin, I mean, that's up to you.
Hey, wait a minute.
Doksan,
I
don't
might
do it
be able
yet.
to do
I'm
that.
getting a short rest in while you guys are still talking. So
I might be able to do that. Wait a second.
Lay on hands is specific. It's when if you do up to 5 points, it cures a poison. So it cures poison. So it's specific to paladins. I know your race can do something, but I don't think it's the same.
It's healing hands.
Yeah.
And it automatically just restores 5 once per.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's up to you. I'm just informing you, Jake,
Oh,
that you know
okay.
that that's a thing you can
No.
do.
No, that is good to know. I'm going to let him sleep for a little bit.
It's not a bad idea. Okay. So what are you guys doing? You kind of sit here for a while. Thievius is wanting to attune to his.
I want to attune to my clothes too.
Yes, you guys can attune to any items you have.
By the way, Thievius, I just have this image of like you leaving and then coming back, like looking like Mr. T. And they're like, "Did you find anything?" No.
No,
80
it took
80
all
gold
the
chains.
willpower. It took all the willpower in Thievius's willpower-ness because he doesn't want he's slightly intimidated by Karan and doesn't want to get pounded into a pulp for stealing. So mhm.
So Nesseri doesn't quite trust Thievius yet, so she would like to go perception check the same room he did, just to see if she finds anything else. Can I do that?
You guys, if you want to leave, yeah, you can. Are you guys leaving Aridin there?
I'll stay with Aridin.
Okay, you stay with Aridin. You could take the keys too if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So you grab the keys and go. Who's all staying and who's going?
I'm going to stay.
Faye, are you going with? And Sari, are you staying? Okay. Yeah, so you guys can go with the keys. You can just walk up. The guards that were sitting there have seen you, and
Now we
especially
have
now you have keys. You're not breaking in it, so yeah, you can get in. What are you looking for? What are you trying to?
I would like to see if there's more like torn papers of someone trying to cover something up.
Okay. You kind of look around, and so you find kind of an office area in this warehouse, but it's not used as an office at all. It's just used as just another storage room. You figure that he keeps most of his documents in his office, but it seems like a pretty normal warehouse.
I'd also like to ritual detect magic.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You would probably pick up on some magic items randomly scattered throughout.
But that would match the list. The inventory
It's a really
probably
good thing Thievius did not go.
Yeah, you would see some magic items kind of in a couple different ones. Yeah, and you probably read some that there's some magic items in a couple of these somewhere.
So, does Nesseri see the crate of weapons that Thievius saw?
I assume Thievius put the lid back on. So you probably wouldn't be able to tell.
Right.
You can roll a perception check if you want to like see if you can pick up where he went, what he did. Yeah, you can kind of see that there's one crate that's kind of slightly open still. Someone popped it open. You can open it up. You'd find those finely crafted weapons.
Were these weapons on the list of
Yes.
inventory?
Yep.
The other option would be, of course, that someone's not trying to steal from the warehouse. Someone's trying to hide something in the warehouse.
That's a good point.
And it would explain why they're stealing non-valuable items. And to hide the fact that they're storing something maybe they shouldn't. What do you think? You can't in this mess, that's for sure. And it would take too long to make an accurate inventory.
I caught that music cue.
I didn't really do that on purpose. I just was like, where'd my music go?
Yeah, it was a great cue.
Thank you.
I have the music turned off, so I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yeah, I just turned on the music. Now I can't get it to do what I want anyways. I'm going to stop it and reset it. Sorry.
Yes. Let's do that.
You two are going to stay?
Yeah.
It's still, I mean, it's probably a little past noon. So, I mean, you could probably be a little later than that, but it's not. No,
Yeah,
not yet.
Like 4 in the afternoon.
At most, it's 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So no, let's not say it.
Okay, you guys head back. The rest of you, were you doing anything devious? And
Can
Sorry.
I check another warehouse that he doesn't think is going to get hit?
can you check them?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get into them somehow.
Well, I have
Oh yeah, I forgot.
have the
Sorry.
key.
Yeah. You can go. You can look through. You can look through all of them.
so with perception,
Um.
see if anything's out
Yes.
of place.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, that one was awful.
So the first one you go into, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. You find a room, kind of the same situation. One of the windows has been broken out. It's kind of sealed over. The last one you go to, you would probably notice even with your just passive perception. It doesn't seem like there's no windows that were broken out. The doors don't look broken currently. So it's been broken into, is what Doran said.
But it doesn't have the evidence of being broken into.
They don't look broken. I mean, there's none sealed
I-
over.
Check something.
What do you want to check?
Would like to check the. I would like to check if the glass on those windows is broken from the outside or the inside.
Are you
Uh,
with us?
He's here in the office, which has a
Okay.
broken window.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation, I guess. I don't know how you would tell. Because everything's cleaned up, so you can't really like it. I don't know. Yeah, roll investigation. Yeah, so you kind of look around his like desk area, you find some broken glass inside. If you went outside and looked at the window, you could maybe see part of the window is kind of leaning forward like someone smashed it in.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you would look at it and there's enough glass gone that someone could have fit in there.
Okay.
And probably with investigation, you would probably see some blood on some of the glass, like they cut themselves as they were breaking it or climbing in.
So in the room that doesn't have any broken entrances, Miss Sari would like to detect magic.
Okay, yeah. Again, there's a couple different spots that there's magic items. I mean, you don't know. You don't know what the magic items are. You'd have to pull out the crates and open them up and see what's inside.
I do want to
It's-
look inside like one crate on the top.
Okay, one with magic item in it.
Yeah, one with the magic item in it to see if it's something that was on the list.
You open it up. You kind of look inside, and yeah, you find a piles of like armor, and there's one piece of armor that's in like a nice fine box. You can open it up, and you remember some armor on the list and one that was a little more expensive.
This is definitely odd. I'm done looking around. Do you have anything else, Faye?
All right, if I was plotting on the map where they were hitting, I wouldn't guess this warehouse. I'd guess this one.
Why?
Because of the straight line. Can we?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I assumed you guys probably would have. That's where you go next.
yeah, yeah. So can I do a little checkity check on this one, this warehouse?
What are you
Have we
trying
already
to do?
checked that? Have we already checked this warehouse for
Mm-mm.
anything? Okay, can I check if it's more difficult to break into? If it's and can I ask Carly to check the manifest to see if there's anything that goes up that would send her, let her little spider senses tingle on that or something. So while I go check this warehouse.
Okay.
My knowledge or like my detect magic? Because I don't know which one you're referring to.
Like if there's anything that would make that a reason, because like why would they skip this warehouse to go to this one is what's kind of killing me here. Like that's what's bugging me.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
All right.
Siri, you kind of look through the filing cabinet, and you would find records in each section talking about warehouse 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In Thievius, with that perception, you could probably figure out, kind of looking around, this warehouse looks like it's owned by someone else. So no one else has reported any thefts from the other warehouses, but you could figure that this little section is all owned by Doran.
Okay. How prevalent would insurance fraud be in Ulm?
Probably not very.
Okay.
I mean,
All the more
have...
reason to do it. No one suspects it.
I mean, assuming that Doran has insurance on these things. The other question is, does insurance exist? Like,
fair point. I kind of want to wait for night. Like, I kind of want to wait and scope it out, and hopefully.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that we can.
I don't think there's anything we can do to prevent us getting framed if he's going to frame us. Like, if he was trying to frame us, he's not good at it. Like,
okay.
So he's, yeah. I'm going to reconnect because I keep hearing an echo of me. So I'm going to reconnect.
So what are you guys doing? Are you going to wake up Aridin? I assume.
Or could we just let that short rest run its course and then?
Yeah. So Aridin would probably wake up. He probably would not feel. He'd probably still be pretty tipsy at this point. So, Karan, if you wanted to cure him of that.
Yeah, I am gonna.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? Are you going to go sit in the warehouse that he mentioned? Or are you going to sit outside the warehouse? What are you doing?
Well, I mean, look, there's magic, right? in fact, Nasiri, you said even earlier, if we broke something, you could mend it. So, considering how the state of these warehouses, someone could possibly just break a door and then just mend it on their way out. They don't need to leave a sign that they broke in. And I would imagine someone with the skills of like Thievius could do it without noticing just through regular skills.
So if
Oh.
the other one's broken, and
Have I seen any thieves' cant writing? Have I seen any of that this whole time? Where it would have been secret door, secret anything, nothing from a thieves' guild
Mm-mm.
or anything? Okay.
Nope. Are you waking up? Are you waking up Doran?
He can sleep it off.
No. Okay.
Even if he's even if he's on the right, he's not going to be any help.
Okay. So where are you guys?
because of it, we're not going to see anything happening.
Where are you guys gonna set up?
Well, I feel like
I'm
we
going to
want
set up right in the middle of the warehouse. Okay, the best way for a rat to figure out what's trying to trap him is to spring the trap. So I'm going to go
Right.
stand right in the middle of the warehouse.
I think it's best if Faye maybe waits outside so that if someone goes in, she can maybe spot them beforehand. Well, because that's pretty conspicuous. Like, the thing is we want to be able to watch the warehouse without letting anyone know we're watching the warehouse. Now, that means a couple of us are probably just going to have to go into the warehouse because we're not going to be any good at hiding outside the warehouse. But a person sitting on top of the warehouse, if a thief sees that, they're not going to break in.
Our cloak of invisibility's gone.
Right. So, I mean, I think you waiting outside. My other thought would be to put Thievius outside as well, because I imagine the two of you are probably our best spotters, and then us other three attempt to hide inside the warehouse.
Okay.
Let's do it.
That sounds good to me.
How
Sounds
does the
fair.
Goliath hide?
To level
We're supposed to be
5.
level 5.
Yes, you do. All of our martial do. Okay, so you three, so Naseri, Aridin, and Thievius are all inside. And then Karan and Faye are outside.
Well, I thought Thievius should be outside and Karan should be inside with Nasiri and I.
It's up to you guys.
I have a quick way to get inside if we need to get out. If I need to be inside, I'm more of a melee guy.
Right. Just
It goes
my thought
down.
is if we by some chance want to see the thieves coming in or see them before they're inside the warehouse, you and Faye are the ones most likely to see them without being seen. Like
That's true.
Karan is going to be noticed a mile away wherever
Mhm.
he stands, and we don't want to scare them away. We want them to come into the warehouse.
Let me go. Faye, let's let you. I could get down from the roof really easily. I'll just say that.
How
So, like,
about
I could be on the roof and you could be somewhere else.
I do. How about I just give you guys a map so you know kind of what's going on? How does that sound?
That would be great.
You never have to fight anything.
Is this inside or outside this alley?
So you guys, so
Like-
here I can move you guys over so you can kind of see what's going on inside.
Okay.
I assume you can see that. Let me make sure everything's working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you
Sorry.
guys are outside currently. There's another door. If you guys go this way, I assume you can probably see it down there.
Okay.
Yes, there are boxes everywhere. There's a couple more rooms, side rooms, and these other inside you can't see.
Oh, is this a side room over here?
Yes,
here.
yeah. There's 2 side rooms on that side. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah,
No.
I'd like to, I'll do the same thing real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. You guys, I mean, you have time. You guys can kind of go and search and look around and. Okay. Yes. Yeah, there's darkness all over. There's not a lot of torches. I have it all lit just because it's easier that way. But it's gonna be like dark.
I think so. I think best bet is Kuran. You stand like here, and I stand here, or vice versa. This way we are closest to both entrances, and can watch them both.
Okay, I'll need some sort of light because
Yeah. If you want to light a
Again.
torch,
Do you still not have dark vision?
nope.
All right, I will cast
Well-
light on.
Well,
Your
except
shield.
if we're waiting in here for a thief to break in, we don't want any light.
True.
Okay, then stick close to me so that when a break-in happens, I can cast light on his shield.
I forgot that you can't see. That's funny. Did I
Yeah,
have it? set up?
Again, I have nothing in my map, so
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
I will just. Huh. That's interesting. Why it's not. Don't I have it to global illumination on this map? I thought I did. Maybe it doesn't matter.
and then I guess the only question is where we want Nasiri to be. And then Thevius and Faye, you should each probably be outside one of the doors watching there.
Okay, so there's a door here. Where's the other door?
Right down here.
Okay. So I'll be out the one I'm already at, I guess. Is there like a skylight on this one?
On which
or-
one? Sorry.
On this warehouse, does it have a skylight?
Yes.
Okay, would it what would it mean if I stood up and just watched the skylight? Like, but is there a place like on the roof I could be hiding while I watch the skylight?
I'm sorry. I was doing something. Say that one more time for me, please.
Is there a place on the roof I could be hiding while I watch the skylight?
Yes. I mean, you have to get on the roof.
All right, so that's acrobatics.
Yes. To climb up.
Oh, I just accidentally got rid of my character sheet. I hate when I do
So
that.
other useful things, I do have the ability to like communicate a message to people I can see without others hearing. So while we're trying to hide, if y'all are in my
That'd
line
work.
of
Nope.
I might be able to communicate amongst the group.
Yep.
Well, and I mean, I know Kuran doesn't have night vision, but the reality is you sit inside of a dark warehouse, and 20 minutes later, you're going to be able to see, the warehouse.
Yeah. I gave you light, Quran. You see that, right?
yeah.
Okay. I just went ahead and give him like a torchlight basically so he can kind of have that for now.
Yeah.
All right,
Assuming you could light right now
Right.
it's daytime, so you could
Yeah.
see around fine.
But Kuran, I think you waiting right here is probably good.
Okay.
I mean, there aren't a ton of great spots to hide, but
there's not really anywhere outside for me to hide because
Yeah.
it's just an open alley.
You can assume probably that there's some places like underneath these houses. You could find places like it might look like there is in the map, but there's places.
So, like, is there a way I could find my way onto this roof, say here,
Yeah, I'd say you could probably find some barrels or something to climb up on and get on that roof right
and
there.
then just I'll post here and wait for nightfall.
Okay. Everybody good.
Faye, are you watching the other door? Okay.
Okay. Devious and Faye roll stealth checks for me. Yeah, I think Faye, do you have advantage somehow? Anyways,
I will have advantage.
I know you have advantage for sure.
Oh, and I needed that.
Perfect.
Faye, I'm assuming you'd have it. No one's looking for you, and you're a drow. You're being pretty. Yeah. So yeah, you guys both seem pretty hidden. You would sit there for a while. As you guys are sitting outside, it starts to rain. Faye, you can kind of get under like a roof enough that you're not getting too wet. Thievius, you cannot. You are getting soaked. It starts to get pretty heavy. There's thunder and lightning happening. Inside, what?
Hood up.
Yep. Inside, you guys would be able to hear this. It's pretty loud. And then occasionally, like the whole warehouse would light up with lightning, and then as the lightning faded, it would go back to dark. So you guys kind of listen to that as it's happening.
Yeah, we're gonna have a moment where everything's gonna light up, and there's gonna be something standing.
There's a bear. Faye and Thievius, roll a perception check for me. For you guys. Perception, yep. Okay. You guys see a few people walk by, even in the kind of late hours at night as it's raining. You're like, they're probably up to something sketchy, but they seem to just walk on by. Nobody comes by multiple times. You see some people kind of walk down towards this other door over here. This one, but they just keep walking down this alleyway and kind of head down another road. You inside the warehouse, probably around midnight-ish, as you're kind of sitting here, would hear a crash as someone's breaking a window.
Okay.
Roll perception checks for me. Everybody inside.
Really?
Yeah. You would hear some more clattering as someone's coming through, and you would see a torchlight coming from over here.
Okay. I just do this to both of them. I know Nasiri can see me, and I'm hoping that Kiran can see me.
He probably could not if you don't have a torch on him currently.
Okay.
I don't think even with a torch he probably couldn't.
Okay.
I mean,
wait, from where? Can Nasiri see it? See what it is, since she has dark vision and it's right here.
I can see that corner.
You can see the light. You probably technically would not be able to see because of those crates that are in your way. So
Okay.
I didn't
True,
put anything
true.
there, but it is.
Sure.
It would
They're
be.
tall. Okay.
Yep. So you would kind of hear after some crashing of glass, some creaking, and it kind of a. You assume he's probably opening some boxes, some rummaging, talking, and then the torchlight would start to move, and as you guys kind of get view of him, a man would walk. Let me roll. Nasiri, roll a stealth check for me. Okay. He kind of walks up right here, walks around, and he starts popping open. Aridin, you can roll one too. Popping open this crate and opening it up. Yeah, he opens it up, kind of is rummaging inside. You look at this guy, and he does not look like a thief. He's just kind of wearing common clothes. Yeah. So what are you guys doing?
I would be able to see him, wouldn't I?
No,
I would have line of sight on him.
no, because the doors are closed. Technically,
Oh, the doors are closed. Yeah.
the doors are closed. Technically,
Okay, so I'm right here, and the series right there.
yep. He has not noticed you guys.
Okay. Well, I guess if I don't get any signs from anyone to not do anything, I think now's as good a time as any to step on out and have a conversation.
Okay.
So
So
I'm gonna like step right there
Okay.
and just I'm just gonna say, well, this is awkward.
And he drops his torch and he kind of like fumbles to pull out a short sword out of his belt.
No.
And it's
I
it's-
wouldn't do that.
And he's kind of shaking. Who are you?
Yes, that's a very good question. Let's start with who are you?
Okay. Give me a persuasion check real quick, or intimidation, whichever you prefer. You could probably, either one.
Okay. They're the same, so we'll go with intimidation. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, he lets go of his short sword and kind of puts his hands up. Who am I? He's like looks just horrible. My name's Ken.
Ken. Okay, and Ken, what are you doing here?
I'm with the I'm with the Thieves Guild.
So, Ken. Ken. This is weird because you're really bad at this, Ken.
I'm the leader of the Thieves Guild told me to come rob this place.
Did he tell you to rob the other places, Ken?
Yeah. She did. Yes, she did. Yeah.
Is this like gang initiation? Are you trying to get into the Thieves Guild?
No. I'm in.
Ken.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if you've noticed. I have a shield, and I have a sword, and I'm wearing leather armor. Ken, I'm not a thief, and I snuck up on you, Ken.
Well, maybe I'm not the best at it.
So why did she tell you to break into this warehouse? What are you looking for?
She told me that there were valuable items in here.
Like
he
what?
Shakes his head. And his face kind of goes blank for a second. Like magic items. Yeah.
Magic items, Ken?
Yes. And you would see kind of in his hands, there's like he has just kind of a vase that he pulled out from the other one that he had like probably set it down before he opened the crate.
Sure.
You look at the vase, it's just like a regular vase.
Yeah.
Doesn't look real expensive or anything or
Is
magical.
Is that a magic vase, Ken?
I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So, Ken, like, how do you want to do this? Do I need to rough you up, or are you just going to come with me peacefully? Because, yeah, we can do it however you want.
Yeah, I think you better get the guards and to tell them that the Thieves Guild were robbing them.
You want me to tell the guards that the Thieves Guild was robbing them?
That's who I am. Yep, I'm part of the Thieves Guild. Yeah.
Ken, I mean, do I need to perform an insight to know that he's lying?
No, you
Okay,
don't.
okay. Just wanted to verify. Ken, you're a worse liar than you are a thief, and we've already established you're a terrible thief.
This is Toad's insurance firm. No, at this point, Aridin, you would hear a voice come from these crates, on top of these crates,
Okay.
and he would hear a voice and he'd say, "Yeah, he's for sure lying." And you would look up and you would see a hooded figure with a mask on holding a longbow, kind of like crouched and looking at this demonstration.
Okay. Oh, I am so glad someone with talent is here.
Yeah, nobody heard him. Nobody
Right,
saw him.
right. Now you are a thief.
And he would kind of like look at Aridin and kind of nod his head. And then he would look at Ken and say, "So Ken, who do you work for?" And Ken would be like, the Thieves Guild. At this point, as soon as he says that, this hooded figure draws an arrow and pulls back his bow before you can even like react, Aridin, and he shoots an arrow and it goes right into his knee, right into the side of his knee, and Ken collapses to the ground,
Okay.
screaming. At this point, he's in a lot of pain.
And then he becomes a guard in Skyrim.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably would hear after Ken. After that happened, everybody kind of knows something's going on.
So for
Ken,
go ahead.
I'm going to be honest. He's not with me, but I'm not going to stop him from doing that again, Ken.
Please don't do that. No. And he's like shaking big time, like his whole body. He's freaking out. The pain did a lot. Yeah. Okay, so everyone's kind of coming in at this point.
Boy, I hope not. I'm having a
Yes.
great time.
Yes, I would like to come in, or do I need to take my, dash movement?
No. You're not in combat yet.
Yeah, I'll just say I'm in here.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can come in.
I haven't seen this. Where's this hooded figure?
Oh, sorry, I haven't put him anywhere.
Right there, right?
You probably, I don't know if you'd see him until he talked. Basically.
Yeah, so I know. Yeah, that, I was going to say. So I have an idea he's there.
Yeah, you know he's there, and you can see him once he talks. But if he's blending in, maybe if there's a flash of lightning at the right time, you'd be able to see him. But
So, Ken, I can help you, but you need to tell us who you're with.
and he kind of looks at the shadowy figure, or towards him. He probably can't even see him. Like he has no idea where that came from.
I would like to hand crossbow aimed at that guy.
Into that guy?
We don't know him. We don't know shadow cloaked hooded dude.
Okay.
Just randomly shows up. Shouldn't I have I've walked in attempted to be stealth the whole time.
Okay.
Right? And this is a stealth check based on silence. So I should get my
roll
advantage.
stealth check.
That's not good.
Let me roll perception check for him. See how good he does.
I'm just trying to sneak in and see if he notices me or not.
You're not sure if he notices you. Mm-hmm. You roll a stealth check also. Just okay, you can't tell if he sees you. You don't know for sure. So Thievius, what are you doing?
I am going to hold an attack with my hand crossbow.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold an attack to find out if any of them.
Okay.
To figure out. I'm gonna follow everyone's lead. I'm gonna hold an attack with my hand crossbow though.
Okay. Okay. So you're talking to Ken.
By the way, if you can't see it, that's the assassination chain meme. So that's us right now. Yes, I wanna get my answer from Ken.
Okay. Ken kind of looks at you. Looks towards where the arrow came from. He can't even see him. Like he's, and he said, I was hired, but by the shades, the shadows, they told me to pretend to be the part of the thieves guild, to kind of frame them.
Did you break into the other warehouses, Ken?
Yes.
None of them look like they were broken in. You're not that good, Ken. What happened?
He kind of like looks down for a second and is like holding his knee. Doran, he was paid by paid by them also. So if one night he actually unlocked the door and I just walked in.
I knew it.
Thank you so much, Ken. You have been so helpful. And then can I like knock him out?
Like what?
Like
knock him
Ken
out?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He probably after a little bit would just fall
pass out anyways. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I want to look at shadowy guy.
Roll perception checks, everybody.
Does that include me?
Yep, everybody.
Oh, all right.
Woohoo!
Ooh.
And yours was with disadvantage because darkness. Hello,
Um,
darkness, your old friend. Oh, I should have cast light on as my action.
That's all right. So you guys would kind of look up, and that guy is not there currently. And you would hear a voice, and he would say, "I don't much like your friend pointing a crossbow at me."
Neither would I, but you did shoot someone.
Did I kill him?
Fair point. But
Look, you seem a man of impeccable talent. Let's talk.
At this point, Aridin, you would hear a noise behind you, and he would kind of like walk up behind you
Okay.
and say, "Fine, let's talk."
at this point, I am going to cast light on Karan's shield.
Okay. So, and he kind of like points to Karan and Naseri, and he says, "And you over there also, you can come." Faye, you're muted, just so you know.
I think she's on the phone.
Oh, okay.
The name's Aridin. Thank you for your help.
No problem. As you can probably assume, and he kind of like looks around to the group, I am part of the Thieves Guild. And we had heard rumors that the Shades have been trying to frame us. They don't much like us around here.
I'm new to town. Can you tell me who the Shades are? We have no reason to know who they are yet.
Maybe Samesh or Ornstein would have mentioned it probably, but if they didn't, he would explain. Basically, they're kind of a crime organization, but I kind of compare them to like Wilson Fisk from Spider-Man. Like, he's a criminal, but they're very involved in the town. Like, no one can pin anything on him, like on them. You would probably occasionally see guards walking around with not city guards, but the guards that belong to the Shades and they have
Okay.
a symbol on their armor and stuff. Like they're pretty heavily involved. But
Sure. So
Most-
organized crime.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go say whatever.
I'd like to ask him in Thieves' Cant.
Mm-hmm.
In Thieves' Cant. What would the Shades want to do with warehouses?
And he kind of would look at you. Nothing. Although, and he kind of like looks around. Although there may be valuable items in these warehouses, the Shades don't need them. They can get them on their own. They're trying to frame the Thieves Guild. They want us gone.
Is all
Because
this in Cant?
No, he probably would
Okay.
not talk in Cant. Just so
Okay.
everyone would know. They want us dealt with. We're encroaching on their business, they believe, and there would be different people would say different things about the Thieves Guild, but lots of people would put they could almost be viewed as a Robin Hood kind of group.
Yeah.
Lots of people would frame it the other way, as they're just pure criminals. Depends on the person that you run into.
Yeah, I mean thieves, but thieves with honor.
Yeah.
So why now? What's changed?
I believe they're just getting greedy.
You
They
said
want-
that, but you said the thieves were encroaching on their territory.
Let's just say, perhaps, and he kind of, well, I guess you want to be able to see his smile because he's kind of covered. You
Yeah.
maybe could tell from his eyes. There's kind of a smile. Let's just say there maybe had been a couple incidents where the Shades lost some things, maybe some money and some equipment.
Have you stolen? Has the Thieves Guild stolen from the Shades before?
No, yes. I mean, they're so rich, they don't even know what to do with all their money. So, might as well give it to someone who needs it, right? And he kind of like looks at everybody.
At us, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know? I mean, what did you steal something of significance to them?
No, although we've been looking into doing more, I think we're just kind of a thorn in their side. And obviously, he kind of looks to Ken, who I hope someone. Well, I guess he's probably not bleeding too bad. The arrow, it didn't go all the way through and like out, but it's like stuck. So he's probably not bleeding too bad. But maybe someone might want to patch him up so he doesn't bleed to death. He says, well, obviously, they're not putting very much resources towards framing us. There have been a few incidents in the past month or so that they've been trying to frame us.
Well, and is this much of a framing? I mean, in all honesty, you
Exactly.
do steal. I mean,
That's true. That's true. That's
I mean, they would be. It sounds like they'd be trying to frame you as incompetent rather than as thieves, because that is in fact what you are.
a good point.
So, why these warehouses? What's special about this place?
Oh, old Doran. Let's just say he's very susceptible to persuasion, especially with it, if it could fatten his purse at all.
Yes, we may have picked up on that.
I don't think it was anything sinister from Doran's part. I think he just saw an opportunity and took it.
So, what are you going to do about the Shades?
We talked about a few things. He kind of would look to the group. Our leader actually has heard rumors of your group and what you're planning on doing in the coming days.
What exactly are we planning on doing?
Yes. And Thievius gets taken back because he's like, as far as I knew, we were getting some money.
Well, you also have plans of heading to Chester. And anybody who is willing to, and he's kind of like slowly moving his eyes about the group, anybody who's willing to risk their lives in a dangerous way that this mission seems to be is okay with us. Faye, roll a perception check for me. As you're kind of looking at this guy as he's talking, you could probably figure out that he is a drow. A drow man. He is hooded and his face is covered up, but you can tell from his eyes and you can see his skin enough that he could tell. Yes.
Yes.
No, you're right.
Yes.
Yes, he's part of the Thieves
Speaking
Guild.
on behalf of the Thieves Guild at the moment.
And he shot Ken in the knee. Don't know if you were here for that.
Yes, he shot Ken in the knee.
While he shot Ken in the knee, I'm going to walk over and I will do a medicine check to make sure Ken is stabilized. I don't want to waste a heal slot on him.
Yeah, you can wrap him up. There's no big deal. He's unconscious, but he's not like death saving unconscious. But you can wrap up his knee.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste a spell slot on Ken. Sorry.
So, what is your leader? It's she, right?
Yes.
What is how do I phrase this? What are her plans for the Shades in the future?
Well, we have thoughts. We'd like to figure out what they're actually doing, because we do not know for sure. We don't have all the proof and evidence, but we'd love to really just get rid of them, honestly. So they're like an organized
crime. Yeah.
Yep, basically.
He described him as Wilson Fisk.
Yeah, I said Wilson Fisk and kind of the way he operates. So the Shades, right? Let me make sure I'm getting that right. Yeah, the Shades, they have a leader who they call the Shadow. Nobody really knows who he is. Ornstein probably would have had some contact with him, but not a lot. He never would have saw his face or anything like that. He just maybe would have talked.
Just out of personal curiosity, it was probably trying to infiltrate. Was it infiltrating the Thieves Guild or the Shades that Samesh had messed up?
So when Samesh got a tip from, I think we said from somebody that the Thieves Guild was going to be here, and you got ambushed by the Thieves Guild, is what it seemed like happened. So maybe it wasn't the Thieves Guild. Maybe it was the Shades disguised as the Thieves Guilds. And if I guess you guys want to bring that up, unless someone else thought of that, because I'm sure Samesh told that story.
Miss Sari would probably remember.
You probably remember that. Yeah. So if you mentioned that, he would say, yes, that was the Shades disguised as the Thieves Guilds. There was another instance recently of a woman dying too that they pinned on the Thieves Guild also. My leader had a tip that this person was gonna attack her, and it's a mess. Some innocent people got hurt, and it's a long story. I don't know anything of a carriage, but
I think
they
he's
wouldn't have happened to have been married to a dragonborn.
Yeah. Yes. A mercenary.
It's really difficult to not want vengeance for Sumesh, but Thievius would have no intention on vengeance for Sumesh.
Yeah. There was going to be some big connections going on here, but two characters that were connected to this died.
He's referring to
Yeah.
Ornstein.
Remember his wife died?
So Ornstein accidentally killed his wife. Yeah. It was the Thieves Guild. So he probably would explain if you guys told him that story too, just so we can kind of give some clarification to Samesh's and Ornstein's backstory so they know. The Shades wanted the leader of the Rogues Guilds, the Thieves Guild, killed, but they also wanted this woman killed because this woman had a sister, a younger sister. Sorry, I don't think I ever talked to Ornstein about this, but this was kind of my thought. Your wife was going to be the heir to a very large estate. So they wanted her dead, so the next in line, because she was with the... so your wife's sister is with the Shades. So now she's getting the inheritance because your wife is dead.
Oh, sure.
And they... so they're hoping there's 3 different people. This mercenary, the Thieves Guild leader, and this woman. Really, any of them could die and they could be happy. So he would explain that too. So well, where better to be as far away from the Underdark as I can be. Maybe your kind is treated better, but not mine. At this point, he kind of would pull down his mask and spit on the ground and pull up his mask. Yeah. Well, I assumed since you were here, and he kind of looks around, my leader would like to meet with you. Are you interested? It's going to be quite a process to get to her, though. All of you.
Kuran, are you comfortable with that?
Yes, to protect you guys from her.
Okay.
Why are we... Never mind. Nope, Thievius wouldn't say anything.
Yeah. Thievius, you have not, you probably have heard things of the Thieves Guild, but you haven't, sought it out since you're not really from Hayford.
Yeah.
You're not, part of it.
That's the thing. Thievius wants to get back to Chester.
Yes.
And he's worried... He's worried this is interfering with him getting back to Chester. But
do you say anything?
No, he's going to stick with the rest of the group, though, because he likes these guys.
Okay. Are you interested in a meeting?
We'll talk.
Okay.
Do we have an inn we're staying at?
Not like a specific one. He has a plan for you guys to meet. He again will say, I am taking you to our guild hall.
Ooh.
But it's gonna take some interesting turns along the way. So if you're not up for it, maybe we can meet somewhere else, but we prefer to be in the safety. But we're going to have to keep its location hidden from you.
I think we understand that. I think collectively we as a group probably need to get our bearings and understand what we would like to do next. Can we arrange a spot for us, for one of us to meet you tomorrow night to just tell you whether or not we're on board?
How about this? You can meet me in an hour. Now, if that's not enough time to talk, you can come meet me and tell me that. But until then, we'll plan on it. And he would tell you to meet right here, like right at the wall edge, town edge, water
Okay.
edge, kind of
By the
right in the
water.
corner. And at that point, he would kind of like lower his head unless anyone else wants to say anything to him.
No, I think that's fine.
Okay. So he lowered his head, climb up the crates, and jump out the window that he opened, and he's gone.
Did anyone take the keen mind feat?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
I know some DMs actually ban that because it helps in the situations where
I don't think I'd ever. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Karan,
Some people are like that. Some
Karan,
people remember everything.
Yeah.
can you grab what's his name?
Ken?
Ken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't call him what's his name because I didn't remember his name. I think we have a meeting with someone else first. Devious, you were the one who first noticed he was lying. Do you want to take point?
Sure. I'm excited for this.
Make it quick. We have some. We as a group need to discuss some things as well.
All right. I'd like to just kick open the door to his office.
Okay. Yep.
And-
Kick it open.
Kick it open, slap him in the face because he's
Okay.
obviously
Yeah, I was
sleeping.
like, you kick it open. He's sitting there. Like, he doesn't even wake up to that.
slap
you
him
know?
in the face,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna have my crossbow out. Put it
Karan,
right on
can
his
you just
kneecap.
drop Ken right next to him, like in a chair next to him?
How about I just drop him in his lap?
No, I'm gonna put my hand crossbow with the bolt pointed right on the tip of his knee, maybe grind it in just a little bit.
Okay. What's
And-
going on?
How
Ouch.
stupid
Ouch.
do you think we are? That you think you could have pulled off that with Ken?
What's your armor class?
15.
Okay. You take a sucker punch to the jaw for 3 points of damage as he just what's going on? And he's reaching for he pulls out a hammer out of like underneath his desk.
Rapier under his chin.
What's going on here? See, I thought you guys were trouble. I thought so.
Really?
We
He kind of would look down at Ken. And he kind of shake his head and set the hammer down and kind of sit back down in his chair. Let me guess. He told you everything.
This was not a well thought out plan.
It wasn't my plan. I just followed what they told me to do.
Did you meet Ken before tonight?
I knew he was part of the plan. I knew who he was.
And at no point you figured you were set up to take the fall?
No. I wasn't supposed to take the fall. The Thieves Guild was. Freaking Ken. He kind of kicks Ken on the ground.
Don't blame Ken for this. Come on.
Listen, nobody was getting hurt. These items were worthless. The Shades even paid back the money to me that I was supposed to give to the people who lost their items. Nothing valuable was taken.
Insurance fraud.
Did you give the money to the
It was
people?
insurance fraud.
Yes. Roll an insight if you like.
Dang it, I believe him.
He gave some of it to the people who he's supposed to. Not all of it, probably, from what you can tell. because he's not very good at deception either. Listen, only people that were supposed to get in trouble were the Thieves Guild. The Shades even had a plan to get Ken out of jail. It was all planned out by them. It was not up to me. Nobody's getting hurt, like I said.
This wouldn't
obviously. Oh, go ahead.
This wouldn't have fooled any. The moment the guards caught Ken, they would have not believed it was the Thieves Guild.
Well, that's not up to me. I didn't hire Ken.
But you worked with him.
I just took the gold. He kind of like starts pouring some alcohol into a cup, taking a drink.
I smack it away.
He like looks at you angrily.
No, you don't deserve that. That alcohol's for winners, Doran.
Listen here, you. I'm just doing what I was told. Those Shades, they're dangerous. You know, if I wouldn't have taken the gold, they just would have forced me to by knife point like you guys are right now. So
who's the contact in the Shades that forced you?
What?
Who's your contact in the Shades that forced you to do this?
Oh, just one of the guys. I don't know, some guard, some guy who serves him.
How'd you get your...
His name is Joey. Joey Ashland. Yep.
He is, but Joey Ashland is nobody in the
seems like he's telling the truth. Yeah, seems like it to you.
Right, but I mean I'm sure Joey Ashland is a real person, but it's not like the Shades have let him connect with anybody that is significant.
Okay, well, now you know, so you can just leave Ken here. He can go on his merry way, and we can just forget this business and all that happened here. You can tell the mayor that you dealt with it. I even gave the mayor some money for a reward. So there you go. Thank you very much.
Kiran,
I'd like to walk outside. I'd like to walk outside and flag down the first guard I see.
Well, I was gonna say, Kiran, you're a paladin. How do you want to handle this situation?
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed the dwarf. I put him over my shoulder.
Roll a strength.
Oh, please crit.
The strength. So you're trying to like grapple. Yeah, you reach out your hands, he grabs your hands and pushes you back. He's like, listen here, you. You think when you kind of look around that place, how do all those crates get moved around? Oh, I bet Doran moves all those crates around. He's not weak by any means. He's pretty strong.
He's already outside.
Right back. Yeah, I'm grabbing a guard. This guy's going down for stupidity. He wasted my time.
You guys aren't getting a very good reputation around here, I guess. He kind of sits back in his chair, pours some more alcohol in a different cup, starts drinking.
It depends on what sort of reputation you're looking for. How many times have you been invited to meet with the Thieves Guild?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. You do know that it's not just the Thieves Guild, right? It's the Thieves and the Assassins Guild. They're not really good people either. Let's be honest, the Shades, they're not good people. I know that, but guess who has the power around here? The Shades. If you guys went on your merry way, maybe nothing happens to me or Ken here. You guys turn us into the guards like you're planning. Especially if they find out from Ken, and he kicks him again, they find out that the Shades hired him. You think me and Ken are going to make it very long?
Doran,
He kind of leans back in his chair, takes another drink.
can I let you in on a secret?
What's that?
When we send Kuran outside, we're not good people either. Look, it's not my best threat, but it's all I got with Mr. Paladin sitting right beside him.
I believe that. You don't always act like good people trying to break into my warehouses without telling me. Kind of looks around to you guys.
Correction, we did break into your warehouse without telling you. It just took us a few tries.
But there's a lot more Shades than there is you people.
Doran, what are the other dwarves going to think when they find out that an elf outdrank you?
You didn't outdrink me. Who fell asleep first? And I fell asleep by choice.
You think the dwarves are going to care?
Yep. I don't think they will once I buy them a drink.
It's going to be hard to buy them a drink from where you're going.
We'll see about that. Especially if the Shades get their way. Maybe you'll never see me again, drinking buddy. No. That's what I'm that's what I'm saying.
Very specific. He's
I'm saying the Shades are gonna kill me because you guys are outing me. I wasn't outing them. I told you guys you don't have to tell anybody.
I mean, our guard's coming. I'm done with that.
Yeah. Thievius, you would look around. It'd be a little harder to find them at night. There are not as many on this side of town. You would find one, he'd grouchily follow you. It's probably the same one that caught you earlier. He's like this guy again. So he'll follow you, walk into the room. So what's going on here?
I mean, can we?
In on what? What's going on here? So they were doing what? What are they trying to do? He's taken from himself?
Have you heard of the term insurance or the fraudulent use thereof?
Can't say that I have.
Doran was paid by the Shades to rob his own warehouses, and Ken helped him out. So these are the men. Arrest them, officer.
So they're working for the Shades. They were paid by the Shades to steal stuff from their own warehouse.
Correct.
Why?
To blame the Thieves Guild.
Well, Ken's a mess. They really hired him to...
That's what we said.
I know. That's what we said.
Okay. I mean, I guess. So he'll kind of reach down, pick him up, and take him with him. Well, thank you very much, guys, for helping out.
We'll be by in the morning to file a report.
Okay, I can deal with it. I can talk to the mayor. I can talk to him, tell him everything that's going on.
You know what? I just get this feeling that we should go and maybe file that report tonight.
Yeah, I say we return to the mayor's office directly.
The mayor's office would not be open currently, anyways.
It's late.
It's late. It is past 12, well into the middle of the night. He says, I'll probably take him to the jailhouse for tonight, and then we'll deal with him in the morning.
You know what? You know what, officer? Can we'll go with, and then is your shift almost done?
Almost.
But you know what? We'll drop these guys off, and then because we caused you so much trouble, let me buy you a pint.
I don't really think that's necessary.
It isn't.
It's
but,
pretty late at night, and any bars that are inhabited by any people or are open right now, I don't really want to go to. So I'll just take them. I do the shift change back at the barracks and the jailhouse, so we can just trade out there. Thank you again for your help. And he kind of starts walking away.
I mean,
Why do I feel like we just signed their death warrants?
I think it's worse than that. I mean, yeah, they never make it. If we leave them alone, they never make it. So we have to decide very quickly if we split up or if we go to the thieves. I mean, I guess we could go to our meeting and hope they have a connection and can make sure that, they get in jail. No, but I mean, my concern is that they never make it to jail, and then we go back to the mayor and say we found the guys, and the mayor goes, "Who?" They never made it anywhere, and now we look a little bit like fools, and the Shades have their people. Right. I mean, granted, I guess if that happens, we at least know who one guard is.
Why don't we just take the guard out right now?
Do what with the guard?
Just kill him.
Take him
Just
out.
murder him. Just murder the guard guy.
Do not murder it and make
Look.
him unconscious.
I don't know what alignment you think I am, but I'm not that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not that.
I think
So you're gonna tie up the
Set
guard?
well, I think we just get the guard's name. What's the guard's name?
Joey
Court has-
Ashland. No, I'm just kidding. His name is Jason.
Jason, you know that there is a reward for the finding of whoever
Jason the guard.
Solved this crime.
Is there?
I'll make you a deal, Jason. If these two men make it to the prison, we'll give you part of the reward.
He kind of would like furrow his eyebrows a little. Why wouldn't they make it to the prison?
Dark Knight, lot of sketchy guys out there. We just want you to be careful, Jason.
Don't worry. I have been doing this for quite a while. I know this is not a great town all the time, but I can handle it. Don't worry. I've got it under control.
I think murdering a guard is very different than murdering a crappy warehouse manager.
And a person of questionable mental facilities in
Right.
yeah
So, I mean, I
kin.
mean, really, look, we offer him some money in the hope that he's an honest guard, or that he's a crooked guard but wants our money. So, So, yeah, and then I think we go to the meeting.
So he
Can
walks
we
off.
insight check him?
What was that, Nasari? Sorry.
Can we insight check him?
Sure. Yeah, you guys can insight check him. Anybody else want to?
Ooh.
Do I need to roll one? I mean,
If you
they're
want
already
to.
pretty high, but I mean, I could always crit. So I didn't. So
Yep. So I sent a chat to the people who saw something about it, and if you didn't, you didn't.
oh, that's wow. Okay.
All right, are we heading to our?
Whole confrontation. You're probably looking at like 40 to 35 minutes still, so you still got a good amount of time.
So now's probably as. Okay.
Now, you guys really, you don't need to do that. I've got it under control. I've been doing this for years. Not a big deal.
And
And he kind of like looks at Doran, says, "You're right. There are some shady people about." And he kind of like looks around to the group. How do I even know? I mean, I've known Doran for years, and Ken, and I know Ken's a mess, but I don't know any of y'all. How do I know you weren't just, you were the thieves? And you didn't just frame Doran and Ken here. He kind of raises an eyebrow. I don't know. I don't know. Jason has a pretty good point.
Now, would a paladin be involved with stealing?
Would a paladin be involved with the stealing?
Thieving, stealing, whatever it is.
And the
I
prior
mean-
night, we weren't even in town.
Well, I don't know that. It's a pretty big town. You got proof of that? I think we have it under control. And he starts walking away.
Okay. No, you know what? Faye, it just so happens to be we need to go in that direction as well.
Okay.
We're letting them do their thing. It just so happens to be we need to travel in the exact same direction.
Okay. As you guys are walking, you're kind of heading to the city hall area. It's in that area. As he's walking, you would notice he walks by a guard. You walk on past, and that guard starts to follow. Walk past another guard, and that guard starts to follow.
And they're following us.
Yep, they are. So he's like kind of walking by and kind of making motions to them.
I'd like to actually have my crossbow out and my hand on my rapier.
I was gonna say, I am drawing my bow. Like, I am holding, not drawing, but I have an arrow knocked and ready to go.
Okay.
I am also staying in the dark as much as possible.
Okay.
If
If weapons are being pulled, they're going to be doing something.
Yeah.
I've already been holding mine, just casually.
Like, knocking an arrow is a pretty big deal.
I'll just make sure my my bow is loose and ready to go.
Okay.
I would like to just slow down a bit so that I'm walking next to the guards.
They would slow down. They're not. They're going to stay behind you.
Oh, okay. So I can't converse with them.
I mean, they're not. No, they're staying a little ways away from you, but they're following. So if you stopped, they'd probably stop.
Okay.
And at this point, you guys are kind of coming up to the bridge.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm gonna whisper.
Okay.
And just kind of say, they're likely going to ambush us on the bridge.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys walking out on the bridge? So after he would walk past, there would be two more guards on the bridge.
So we have the one up front, two on the bridge, two behind us.
Yep. 5 guards.
Can I sidestep into the darkness stealthily, where they can't see me, so I can get?
Roll a stealth check with disadvantage, because I mean they're looking right at you.
11. Not gonna do it.
I don't think so. No. You. I mean, you can do that, but I mean, you. I guess technically you wouldn't know that you're not being stealthy either. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I can get into the dark, I'm safe. The problem is.
Yeah, so you kind of sidestep, and one of them would like stop and kind of like look at you.
Thievius, do either you or Nasiri have an ability to like launch a flare?
Oh, I do.
I can heat metal.
I can definitely make a scene if that's what we need.
I have fairy fire and dancing lights.
So
Do we need me to make a scene? Because I would love to make a scene.
I don't think currently. However, I think we're going to want a scene once the guards are attacking.
Once he walks onto the bridge a little, he would kind of turn around and say, "Do you want to keep following me, or do you have some other place to be?"
Oh no, we're heading to City Hall to meet with the mayor because he's the one who hired us to do this.
And he kind of looks around. It's the middle of the night. The mayor's not going to be there.
We're gonna wait.
He told us we could stop by whenever.
Well, he's not there.
He actually said he was staying late tonight because he knew we were gonna be working this case specifically.
Okay. And he kind of keeps walking. The 2 guards on the bridge would come up in front of you, so behind this guy. And the two
Okay.
you guys would get across the bridge.
Okay. Are they close enough? Are the 2 guards in front close enough to talk to?
I mean, if you want to say something to them, you can.
Did Doran tell you that I outdrank him?
No.
I mean, I thought dwarves were supposed to be really heavy drinkers, but they're not.
I'm not sure that's something to be proud of. Doran's a pretty raging alcoholic, as far as most people know. So
Yeah.
you outdrank him. You should get some help, probably.
You know what? You might be right.
So
You absolutely might be right.
you guys get across the bridge. 2 more guards circle in with these 2 guys. You'd walk the rest of the way, unless you guys are doing anything. They're not taking any actions on you, but they're going to keep as they're walking by. And there's a lot more guards on this side, so there would be several within viewing. And then he would get to. It's kind of right behind City Hall, kind of where this stuff is. He'd lead them into the building, and all these guards would kind of be there.
Okay.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm just curious, who's watching the city while you guys are watching us?
We got plenty of guards. Don't you worry.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're right by City Hall, right?
Yep.
Boy, I hope those doors are unlocked.
How the crap are we gonna get to the thief?
Just like just like normal cities, they leave their city hall doors unlocked all hours of the day. No, if you walk up to City Hall, the doors are locked for sure. It is closed. It is coming up on like 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah. And have we missed our appointment now with that guy?
I would not say so yet. You're probably going to have to rush there because it's all the way on
Okay.
the other side of town.
Okay.
Corey,
Well,
did you get my message
No.
on Discord?
Let me check that. Sorry,
And
that's
if I need to make if I need to make a sleight of hand roll for that, tell me. Or tell me if I just can't do it.
if you guys want to know, you can, in chat you can do /W, and then type my name or GM or any person's, and that's a whisper.
Okay.
So that's what I was doing with you, Faye, and Thievius. I did that with you earlier.
Mhm.
Yeah. So no one else can see that other than us. So you can whisper whoever you want.
So we could annoy you with it.
Yes. I mean, or you can like ask a question like, "Oh, I want to incite this person without everyone knowing," or "I want to do things." That just makes it easier because I see it then.
I mean, we're not in a position like we don't want to fight dozens of guards
Yeah.
because one, we don't know what they've been told. You know,
Yeah.
like
They haven't
don't
been told
imagine-
anything.
right, like I don't imagine all of these guys are bad. Right, they're probably
Yeah.
not all on the payroll,
Yep.
but
You can
You know,
probably assume that.
So I mean, I think our best bet is to probably just leave
You'd leave.
and trust that the good ones will leave us alone, and the bad ones, you know, may try to jump us, but
You would
hopefully that's less.
probably have a few follow you. They
Sure.
would slowly scatter, kind of basically like they're going back to their posts.
Sure.
And you guys can get. You probably would have to, especially once you get over the bridge, probably kind of rush there.
I was
to
gonna
that
say, go to
Yeah.
a jog.
going a little faster. You would get there. You'd probably be a little late. There standing is this man. You never asked his name.
Mhm.
He is
I
standing
assumed
there,
you wouldn't give me his name. So.
and he looks at you guys and it says, "Well, thank you for coming." And he holds up some
I'm gonna-
burlap.
I'm gonna interrupt.
bags.
I'm gonna interrupt. If you want to earn our trust, you'll tell your people to protect those two men. That'll go a long way towards earning our trust.
You mean Doran and Ken?
Yeah,
Already dead.
They're two idiots.
they were dropped off with a guard.
My guess is they're they're not dead. My guess is they will survive. Because what would look better for the Shades? If you guys go around town saying that the Shades killed these two men and no one can find them and they're actually gone, or you guys going around town saying that, oh, the Shades are trying to frame the Thieves Guild and Doran and Ken are denying it. And the guards are denying it. They're going to do what's best for them. I'm betting those men are going to survive just fine. I don't think you need to worry too much about it. So,
Well,
I grab the burlap and throw it over my head.
yep. So he would grab burlap, he'd put it over your head. He'd actually tie a rope around like the neck area, not like tightly, but enough that you guys can't like look down. And then he'd hand a rope to everybody for you guys to grab. And that is where we'll end for tonight. Assuming you guys are ready to end, right? We can keep going.
I need to call it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's fine.
It's like closing on midnight.